measure as a bounty hunter bill, saying it would encourage private citizens to engage in a form of legalized vigilante justice. Governor Greg Abbott is an opponent of abortion and is expected to sign the bill into law. It would take effect in December, though legal challenges are likely. I'm Ben Thomas.
Florida's Surgeon General says the state will be doing away with childhood vaccination mandates. Unemployment filings rose 8,000 last week from the week before to 237,000. A three-month high. It's more applications than analysts had been expecting. Hurricane Lorena is weakening, but the National Hurricane Center's Larry Kelly says that life-threatening flash floods and mudslides remain a risk along Mexico's west coast.
The terrain there is obviously an impact here where you get heavy rainfall falling over that terrain, the mudslides and the rainfall slides, down the mountain. So, the concern there is, any amount of rainfall that causes that kind of flooding in those higher terrain there's, could be life-threatening. Central California wildfires are now roughly 15% contained. A streetcar crash in Lisbon, Portugal has left 17 people dead. It appears a mechanical issue is to blame. On Wall Street, ahead of this morning's opening bell, stock futures are mixed. The Dow futures are down 11 points, while the NASDAQ futures are up 37 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Dennis Prager here for AmFed Coin and Bullion. I've always been a strong believer in precious metals investment, and I've always been fascinated with rare coin collecting. But owning the wrong coins that only make dealers a lot of money can be catastrophic for your investment portfolio. AmFed Coin and Bullion specializes in taking people out of non-performing coin portfolios and turning them into gold, silver, or platinum bullion. They tailor a portfolio based on your goals and not what they want to sell you. You'll never experience scare tactics, misleading hype, or high-pressure sales from owner Nick Grovich and his very knowledgeable staff. They will evaluate your portfolio, show you how your coins have performed, and take the time to educate you on the ugly industry practices so that you can make an informed decision. Smart people can make very bad investments when they're under pressure and lack the facts. Call 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. AmericanFederal.com.
The road to recovery will be long and hard following a still unfolding natural disaster in Pakistan.
Officials say nearly 300,000 people have been evacuated in the past 48 hours from flood-hit areas of Pakistan's eastern Punjab province, bringing the total number of displaced people since last month to 1.3 million. Authorities were struggling to divert overflowing rivers onto farmlands to protect major cities as part of one of the largest rescue and relief operations in Punjab's history. A new flood alert by India was shared with Pakistan through diplomatic channels early on Wednesday. It was the second such alert in 24 hours, following heavy rains and water releases from dams in India. I'm Karen Shamas.
This week's major earthquake in Afghanistan has caused widespread devastation, the death toll now exceeding 2,200. The Taliban government spokesman says hundreds of bodies have been recovered from destroyed houses. News and analysis at townhall.com. Member of Parliament Nigel Farage testifies before Congress on Europe's approach to free speech.
A group representing free speech in Europe testified before the House Judiciary Committee on how Great Britain's and the European Union's online policies impact U.S. speech and innovation. Lorcan Price, legal counsel for the Alliance Defending Freedom International, was asked what message to send to pro-life activists in the U.K. when they're arrested and prosecuted for expressing their opinions.
I think it shows an extreme degree of intolerance. It shows police overreach, and ultimately, we have to go back systemically. The problem is these laws that are being created. They're incredibly vague, overbroad, whether it's by European regulators or UK regulators, and they're having a real impact on people's lives and their human right to free speech.
Bernie Bennett, Washington.
Newsmax has filed an antitrust lawsuit against Fox News, accusing Fox of resorting to intimidation and exclusionary business practices. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the banjo, guitar, and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Ah, yes.
Welcome to it.
Your Tuesday, my Wednesday on a Thursday.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
There it is.
Totally
there
makes sense.
Yeah. All I know is tomorrow's Friday.
Yep. Tomorrow's back into hell.
Yes, football, big football weekend. Of course, we'll have football action for you Friday night. Roswell, right here on Roswell's Talk FM. Goddard on our sister station. Pantera, or excuse me.
La Pantera.
La Pantera.
Yes.
106.1 FM.
The Panther.
And then, of course, Bulldog action on 990 AM. And all at KSVPTV.com.
Let's see. We've got, okay. Your Roswell Coyotes are going to be back on the road, traveling to Hobbs to take on the Eagles. Pre-game 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Over on La Pantera, your Goddard Rockets taking on Albuquerque Valley right here at the Wool Bowl. I believe this would be their home opener.
You're right.
Yep.
It is their home opener. They were on the road the first 2 weeks.
Yep. So they'll be taking on Albuquerque Valley. Pre-game 6:30, kickoff 7 on La Pantera 106.1 FM. And for you Bulldog fans, they're going to be taking on Centennial live from the Bulldog Bowl. Pre-game 6:30, kickoff at 7 on AM 990. And, of course, KSVPTV.com for all your football needs.
Yep, we'll have it there. And then, of course, tonight, the
Dallas Cowboys open the season.
Yeah, NFL opener tonight.
Taking on, I believe, is it Carolina?
No, Eagles.
Eagles, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Go
Eagles, Cowboys tonight. We will have
Go Birds.
That game on our sister stations as well in English on 92.9 The Brand, and then in Spanish on 106.1 FM Fierro. So,
no.
Or
La
Pantera. Sorry, I'm tired.
La Pantera.
I'm still, I know it's like start of the day. I'm already exhausted.
I understand. You've had quite the tumultuous 128 hours.
Yeah, I got a long day today too, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I can make it through this one.
Another meeting or?
Yeah.
Oh,
Legion night.
Just tell them no.
Legion night tonight.
They pull too much from you, Michael.
I might need to take a break tonight. I might let them in and say I gotta rest.
Take a sabbatical.
I got a long day tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Football day. So.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll get through the football hail. We'll make it through. We'll power through.
But yes, we got a lot of football action for you.
Indeed.
So and then of course I'm excited because Sunday, Commanders.
Yes.
Taking on the Giants, home opener there. So
nice.
That'll be fun. Yeah, it's
so live from RFK.
Yes, and actually no, it's not RFK.
Oh,
they haven't been in RFK in years.
Oh.
They play at.
Why not? Just for old time's sake, throw it back.
Well, it'd be a
big field. Yeah, big open field. Probably a couple buildings there.
Technically, the stadium's still there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, but it looks like one of those post-apocalyptic jobs.
Abandoned.
Yeah.
Those are always so much. I love watching those on like YouTube or whatever, where they go into like the old malls.
Yeah,
Those
they're
are
actually
so cool.
close to tearing it down.
Are they?
Like, well,
because that's where they're supposed to build the new stadium.
Yeah, that's the deals are. I don't think it's a done deal, but the earth being moved to make that happen. And that's kind of DC wants them back in DC, and the federal, well, you've heard about the plot of land or RFK sits, that's federal land and blah, 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 blah. The
Right.
federal government made all that happen. Basically, all this is happening because Dan Snyder no longer owns the team.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly why. Now that he's out of the picture, DC's like, all right, let's work with you. Come on in. We want you back. That was, and because actually, and when Dan Snyder bought the team, that was right when Jack Kent Cooke moved the Redskins out of DC and into Maryland, and that started the bitter relationship, and then it went all south from there.
Jack can't cook, but he can make weird decisions.
Well, he's by the way, for all you Laker fans, you know who Jack Kent Cooke is. But if you ever watch, he was the owner of the Lakers before he sold them to Brown, whatever his name is, the Bus.
Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah, the Bus, Dr. Bus or Jerry, yeah, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. So there's a whole history there. But anyway, guests are here. I hear them. So, what else we got coming up here? Is there anything going on this weekend? You guys gonna be hanging out anywhere?
I don't think we have any events this weekend.
Yeah.
Now, so we're pretty clear. I do got to say a big old thank you to Jocelyn and to some fine folks who put on a lovely gathering last evening that I think is going to become an annual event in our friends group.
She brought me soup.
Soup Stock 2025. It was fun. It was just birthed out of like, I don't know, you guys want to do like Soup Wednesday? And then that became like, what if we each made a soup and we brought our own soups to the party? So Soup Stock.
Soup
Stock. It was on. There was like green chili stew. There was a real good potato soup. Maybe some of the best pozole I've ever had in my life. There was a chicken noodle on
That's
on
what
tap.
I got. I got some chicken noodle.
Chicken noodle. I think I'm gonna.
Jocelyn was very nice enough to bring me a bowl.
I think next Soup Stock, I'm gonna tap into the broccoli cheddar vibe. Maybe throwing a little bacon in there. But it's fun. It's celebrating the ease of the crock pot. Just throw a bunch of ingredients into a crock pot. Head off to your day at work. Come back home and you've got soup.
May I throw 3 options into the soup party?
Please.
As opportunities?
Uh-huh.
These would be 3 soups that I would love to see at a soup party.
Okay. Now bear in mind location.
Absolutely.
Okay.
These aren't gourmet soups. Ham and bean.
Okay. Now how do you feel about split pea?
That was my number 2.
Okay.
Split pea and ham. Number 3, New England clam
Now
chowder.
that's the one that I think would be a little challenging to scratch make.
No, you could easily do it with jarred clams.
Jarred clam, yeah. Jams. It's not quite the same. But
well, I mean, if you like chunky soup from Campbell's,
boy, you know I do.
It's just as good.
Well, honestly, dude, when we were talking about doing all this, I was thinking I could just go get one of those big 2 of those big containers from Walmart, put them in my crock pot with like a thing of the frozen broccoli.
Yeah.
And then, it's homemade.
Yeah, exactly.
These big chunks of broccoli. Yeah, you're welcome.
You didn't grow the broccoli. It's broccoli,
But yes, Soup Stock 2025 was a big success.
Good deal.
Yes.
Well, thank you to Jocelyn for bring me some of the soup.
And it's like if you had to pick a celebratory food that I'm going to be in on, it's going to be soup.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to assume there was a lot of soup.
There was quite a bit of soup, yes.
Okay, here's the thing.
And various breads.
Well, here's what you're going to have to do this right. We all know there's one constant when it comes to soup. Soup is always better the next day.
Oh, yeah. Once it's had a chance to marinate.
Y'all need to do Soup Wednesday, reheat Friday or Thursday, and everyone eat soup again.
Re-soup Thursday.
Because soup is the next after it's had a day in the marinating in the fridge and the thing, and you heat it back up next day, it's always better. The soup's always better.
So that soup cooked all night.
Oh.
It went back into the warmer, and it was still warming this morning.
Nice.
And that's why you have warm soup.
And that's
Good
the
deal.
chicken noodle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But second day soup day or something,
Yes.
it's got to be. Because am I right? The next day the soup's always better.
So I told everybody on the chat after everybody left, I will feed all this to my people, all this leftover soup.
That's right.
Well, thank you.
Bring me. Yes, it is warm soup. It has been warmed all night for you.
Thank you.
That's
yes.
awesome.
But that's the move, because soup is always, you got to go with day 2 soup.
Mm-hmm.
Like day 1's, day 2 is going to be the better party.
Oh, yeah.
Just what it is.
Everything's marinated together. Got a chance to get to know each other a bit.
Yeah. It's just
like any good party, it's always better the second day. Look at Woodstock. 99 Woodstock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a whole train wreck show about it on Netflix if you haven't seen anything about that. So, anyway. Let me give you the rundown. Like I said, we have a full slate for you for today's show. We're going to start off here this hour talking about this Saturday out at Melendez Park. They're going to have a big gospel revival with several different churches here around town. And we want to invite the public to join us out at Melendez Park for that this Saturday. So we have a whole slew of folks outside there. We'll bring them on the radio here in just a bit. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we'll have the folks from the Roswell Literacy Council join us. They've got Knowledge Bowl, their annual Knowledge Bowl event coming up here later this month out at the Joy Center. It's one of their big fundraising events for the Literacy Council. Of course, they do all kinds of great work helping people not only become literate, but getting their high school equivalencies, English as a second language, citizenship. They do all kinds of great work with folks. But each year they do their big Knowledge Bowl for and teams sign up and a lot of bragging rights and a lot of fun. But it's a great big fundraising event. So if you love to test your knowledge, have some fun with your friends, get ready for Knowledge Bowl. And then, of course, tune in here. We'll talk more about it with the Literacy Council. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, we'll have Amy McVeigh-Tejas with the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico join us. Recap the last week's annual Heritage Dinner here. Had another great, successful dinner. So we'll give the recap from that. We'll also talk a little bit about some things they've got coming up here on the horizon as well, too. So air races, all that stuff, like that. Everybody's gearing up for that, too. So plus we'll have all of your features, newses, local, national variety, all that good stuff, and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. Before we do any of that, though, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, mid to upper 90s, and we should get sunshine, maybe a few clouds rolling in later on. It'll be cloudy overnight ahead of an incoming cold front. We'll drop to about 70 on the low, and then it will be a little cooler on Friday. We have a slight chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Afternoon high in the low 80s. Mix of sun and clouds and a few showers on Saturday and Sunday, highs around 80. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 62 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 86% with winds currently calm at the moment. Sunny today and a little warmer. 96 are expected high today. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, skies will be mostly cloudy. Expect an overnight low of 68 degrees with southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, for your Friday, there is a 20% chance at afternoon showers, mostly cloudy, with a high of only 82 tomorrow. So we're going to jump from 96 to a big drop, 82 tomorrow. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday night, tomorrow night, we're looking at a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. They do say mostly after 9 p.m., so hopefully it won't impact football. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 62 degrees. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Saturday, a 30% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy, highs near 80 with winds out of the northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, we're looking at a 50% chance at showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 62 degrees. Sunday, a 40% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy and 84 for a high. 30% chance of rain Sunday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 63. And then that looks like that's it for the rain talk Sunday night. Monday, when you head back to it, sunny and 86 for a high there. All right, it is 20 minutes after 7. We're going to take a 2.5-minute break, and then we will talk about the big tent revival happening this weekend out at Melendez Park. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
It's too bad the Eastern New Mexico State Fair doesn't have a category for weeds, because with all the rain we've had, they'd be giving out lots of blue ribbons. Hi, this is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company. We have powerful products to get rid of the hardiest weeds, and most important, we can tell you exactly how and when to use them to get the job done. Yeah, this year's weeds are certainly impressive, but at least they're green.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
Roswell, your used car dealership, is here. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the Tate Branch difference. We've got a huge selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at great prices with big discounts happening right now. And here's the best part. Every single used vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head to Tate Branch Roswell, 2000 West 2nd Street, and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the difference.
Christian living matters because it's a reflection of faith and action. It's not only about believing in Christ, but also walking daily in his teachings. A life modeled after Christ demonstrates love, kindness, forgiveness, and humility, values the world desperately needs. By living faithfully, Christians shine as lights in a world often clouded by selfishness and despair. Christian living shapes character, guiding believers to pursue integrity and compassion in every relationship. It strengthens families, builds communities, and inspires hope. More than rules or rituals, it's about embodying God's grace and allowing His truth to transform our thoughts and actions. Living as Christ taught us also gives purpose and peace, reminding us that our lives have eternal significance. When others witness genuine faith expressed through service and love, hearts are touched and lives are changed. Ultimately, Christian living matters because it points people back to the one who gives us meaning, Jesus Himself.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 1 in 3 snake bite victims is drunk. 1 in 5 is tattooed. Hold my beer and check this out. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 7 o'clock. Not all the fun facts are useful. They are fun, not useful. Good morning. It's 23 minutes after 7. And joining us in studio this morning, we have, I was going to, 3 wise men.
Oh, yeah. Not 3 wise men.
Yeah. Slight difference. Pastor Sean Wigley with us as well. Pastor Tom Lingowski.
Yeah, not pastor, but Tom Lingowski.
Oh, Tom. Yep. And, of course, Pastor Mark Green with us as well here. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Well, first off, this is something that's pretty great. This is kind of we love, we're a Christian community. We have a lot of Christians here. We have a lot of churches, a lot of, and we all live our lives. We have our various church homes and do our things and all that. And sometimes we get so lost in our little bubbles that we forget the big picture.
Right.
And I think the events like this weekend kind of remind us of the big picture sometimes. Is that a good lead in for our tent revival this Saturday here? Kind of talk a little bit about what's going on Saturday.
Well, absolutely. Revival. I mean, you said it, big picture. Eternity is the big picture.
Yeah.
Kingdom, it's not just about us. Waymaker Church and Gateway Church are sponsoring the event, but we're also partnering with 5 different churches in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And so obviously this area, Melendez Park, is quite a ways away from either one of our churches. We're not going over there to try to get people into our building. We're going over there to love on the community, try to build the community, reach out through, we're obviously, we're going to be cooking some food, so we'll get free food.
Come on,
and some
church.
Raffles. You got to eat, right? You got to eat. You coming out and...
I think there was, when God's like, all right, we'll have church on Sunday with a potluck right out. I mean, it was just...
Yeah.
Exactly. It's kind of right there.
Well, Jesus fed the 5,000. If people are hungry, you want to feed that, and we want to feed their soul. We want to feed their body. We also want to reach out for Christ. And
Sure.
so we'll be preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, and we're excited about that. And we'll also be having some food card giveaways and some gas card giveaways.
Absolutely. A little few blessings out there for people. And, we get it. Everybody, everything's more expensive. Everybody's budgets are blown. And if I could use an extra gift card to, get through groceries for the week or pay for dinner or whatever you need to do or put gas in the car for a little bit here. All that's help. But this is, we really want to show people, hey, that, especially in times when times get tough, now more than ever is when you need to, find God.
Lean on Jesus.
Yeah. And this is to, like you said, we're not trying to get you to our building, but at the end of the day, you're trying to get them to come to a building. And that, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that is like, we don't, whatever your faith, if it's Catholic, if it's Protestant, if it's whatever religion that is, be a part of it. Get God back in your corner here. Get God if you've strayed. It's life. Sometimes we always have a foot or two or more than a foot or two off the path. That life takes you that way, and that's the beauty of God and beauty of your faith is you get way off that path. I mean, you get way. You're like you took a left at Albuquerque, Bugs Bunny type deal, and the faith, you're right back on it.
And whether you're Catholic or Protestant or whatever, you better be following Jesus, because I know a lot of people. Denominations are good, and you can have your own strain, but Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and that's what we're preaching. Come to Jesus, follow Jesus. I mean, Jesus said, "Any man would come after me, he's got to deny himself." Right?
Sure.
And then follow after me. So we're just gonna be preaching the gospel that. It's not about us. It's not about Waymaker. It's not about Gateway. It's about Jesus. And in that area, there's other pastors going to be there, and we love them as well. But if you don't follow Jesus, there's not a man I've ever met that can help you, right. but Jesus. And so that's what we're preaching, Jesus and Christ crucified. Yeah. And on the other side of Calvary is redemption for all of us. And that's what we believe. That's what we live. And we're going to be shouting that from the rooftops because it's hope. It was hope for all of us, and so we feel like it's hope for them. Obviously, like you said, we're going to meet some of their needs in today's world. We know groceries are a big deal. I got 5 kids myself. I go to the grocery store. I take out a loan every time we go in and come out. And so obviously with Harvest, Mark, all 3 of us work at Harvest, and so we see the need there. We get to touch hands and press flesh with hundreds of people a week, and we just know the need, and in that community we know there's a big need, and we want to be a solution to that problem.
Absolutely. And by the way, quick plug, Harvest Ministry is always looking for more volunteers to come serve, to help out at the ministry here, whether it's helping during food distribution times or just holding down the fort so folks can get showers cleaned up, whatever is needed. They're looking for volunteers to help out there. So if you have some time, please come on by Harvest Ministries right downtown here on Main Street, and check by, and I'm sure they'll put you to work.
Amen.
I will, absolutely. Well, Mike, and I can testify to the veracity of these gentlemen because, like Sean said, Sean has volunteered at Harvest for over 15 years.
Yeah.
Tom volunteers there basically every day. Tom's got like 3 full-time volunteer jobs.
Yeah. Wow.
So, and.
Busier.
Pastor Joel, of course, Pastor Joel is he's the president of the Roswell Homeless Coalition.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I work with these guys day in and day out, and I can tell you they're the real deal. And they're not just about building their little church or their little kingdom. They're about building the kingdom of God. Mm-hmm. And they're out in the community. They're serving. They're loving. They're not just trying to get everybody to believe like them. What they're wanting to do is get everybody to love Jesus and accept Jesus.
And practice what you preach.
And practice what you preach.
Literally here in this particular case.
We at Harvest, we say we're loving God by loving people and serving God by serving people.
Sure.
And that's what these guys, I can tell you, that's what these guys and these churches do every day. So Harvest Ministries, I'm actually here as a member of Waymaker Church and an invited guest.
Good deal. So.
I get to do the Spanish translation at the crusade. So,
nice, very good. But this is more proof of what we're saying here. This is a community event. This is we want people of if you're breathing, if you're breathing, come on out, come hear what we have to say. Maybe and this is for everyone, whether you're a devout I'm at church at this 11 o'clock service every Sunday, whatever that is, or I haven't set foot in a church in years. This doesn't matter. We want to reconnect with God or strengthen your connection with God. Whatever that, wherever that relationship is, we want to make it stronger, and that's what Saturday is about.
Absolutely. We'll also be praying over the sick. We'll be praying for needs. People have a lot of needs. I mean, we mentioned a few, the food, all that stuff, but a lot of people are dealing with anxiety, depression, things like that. And here's what I know. The Bible says we enter his gates with thanksgiving. We're going to be doing some worship and some praise. Some of that, the Bible says, put on a garment of praise for a spirit of heaviness. When we lift up our voice to God, as we worship God together, there's a lifting of all that stuff.
Sure.
So we're just inviting people into a process that's worked for all three of us. It's in the Word of God, so we know it's true, and it's worked in our lives. We just want to share that with the community and with people that are hungry to get better and have a new opportunity and some new fresh hope.
Be inspired.
Be inspired.
Yep, absolutely. There's strength in numbers. That's
Amen.
Just that when it comes to humans and the id of humans, there's strength in numbers, and good is infectious as bad is infectious, and you get there and you come and you start feeling the energy, feeling the message, feeling the Spirit,
the Holy Spirit,
and next thing you know, the things you were bringing you down start to part a little bit. Clarity comes to see here, and no. You're not going to walk in the next thing you're going to solve all your problems overnight. But you know what? You're going to see a path. You're going to see a path. You're going to find. Some would say magically. I'd call it God's got. Call it someone else. It just starts lining up. It starts making sense. You're just, from your perspective, if you don't know, this is magic. No, it's God. This is God. Now God works. He puts the serving in your heart. He puts the direction in your heart, and once you find it, the other things start to work itself out. That's just how it works.
I walked into the church, Tom, like 28 and a half years ago, an alcoholic and strung out on drugs, and I met Jesus, and 28 and a half years later, I'm still a work in progress. I mean, there's still, you can ask my wife, but there's a lot of things God's walked me out of, and he's given me a new life, and he's given me purpose and a design and destiny. And that's what the hope is for all of us, that when we encounter Christ, as you said, he makes a difference. He lines things up. There begins to be purpose in life, and we begin to have direction.
Absolutely. And so I'd say Saturday could be kind of your aha moment, or start to that.
Amen.
To back to that path here. And even if you're coming out thinking, well, I'm going to come drinking one of them gas cards, or I need to get some food. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, come on out, and if that's what led the horse to water, awesome.
Amen.
Come take a drink.
Amen. Exactly. Yes. Absolutely. Pastor Thomas organized a lot of this.
Yeah, talk a little about some of the kind of the proceedings of the day there.
The crusade's going to start at 12. That's when we're going to have our first burger served.
Okay.
Shortly after that, probably about quarter after 12, we're going to give away a couple gas gift cards, a couple grocery gift cards, and about 12:30, we're going to set the stage literally for worship to start.
Great.
And during worship, we're going to have a couple testimonies. We'll probably have a salvation testimony, a healing testimony. They'll be interlaced without the or through the worship.
Sure.
And then we're going to transition to the gospel message. Pastor Sean's going to give the gospel message, and Pastor Mark, he's going to give the Spanish translation to it. We're going to focus on the Spanish component of this as well, because the neighborhood that we're in at Melendez
Park, it's a Spanish community, Spanish-speaking community. Yeah,
and we want to make sure that the gospel message goes out to all those that are in hearing. And then once it all concludes, and how the Holy Spirit, I guess, leads us in that, we'll end it with the bulk of the gift cards that we do have, because we have more grocery gift cards as well as gas gift cards.
Great.
And it goes Country Market, and we got Albertsons gift cards. And to give that.
So wherever you live in town, you're not going to be far from one of these grocery stores here to get your needs and things like that too. So, it sounds like it's going to be quite a fun day out at Melendez Park. What time is everything getting underway officially there?
I would say show up about quarter to 12, maybe a little bit before that. That way you can get your raffle tickets and make sure you got that.
Just follow your nose, because the grills will be cooking burgers and everything.
We'll be cooking those burgers.
And it'll be right about lunchtime, so your stomach will be grumbling. So that's the perfect advertisement right there.
Absolutely. We've been out. We've handed out about 800 or so far.
It is.
Door hangers and flyers in that area. So we're trying to get the word out like that, getting the word out here.
Sure.
And just praying that people will be inspired to come. Like you said, for whatever reason you want to come, doesn't matter, just come.
I would even argue that it's a beautiful fall.
Absolutely.
Fall afternoon. Come spend it in the park. Free food, free supplies, and oh, by the way, you might just find your path for the rest that takes you on the rest of your journey.
Amen.
Yeah. One last note to add too. Melendez is a huge park. We're going to be at the gazebo, the fixed gazebo that's there, and that's where we're going to set up. That's where the stage is going to be, and we'll have the barbecue off.
Okay.
Yep.
And I would argue if you're doing your Sunday picnic out there, come on down. Move on over towards the gazebo. Come hang out with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Move your family down if you're out there cooking out in the park on Saturday as well, too. Come on out and join us and be a part of that.
Amen.
Absolutely. I would also give each, like you said, I know this is a community-wide event, but hey, if you had a great time on Saturday and love to come to Gateway or Waymaker Church on Sunday and invite folks out here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And those in that area, obviously our churches are way off, but there are 5 churches and pastors that will be represented there that day.
Sure.
Within walking distance.
So they can show you, hey, right here. And matter of fact, we can pick your pew for tomorrow.
Exactly. From right there. What we wanted. We want people, if they encounter God in that area, to make it easy on them to get to a place of worship, to be discipled, to be mentored by other people that have walked this journey ahead of them.
Sure.
And not have to, like you said, walk across town or take a bus. There's literally 5 or 6 maybe churches in that immediate area that have their doors open. We've partnered with these pastors.
Great.
They've been praying with us and helping in some of this. So they are ready and willing to mentor you, disciple you, and help you on your journey.
Good deal. So they can say, all right, well, come on here. And then, like I said, you don't have transportation. Look, we're right there. Come on, walk.
Absolutely.
Or you know what? We'll have the bus come get you at 8:30, and we'll take you to church or whatever that
Absolutely.
is, depending on each thing. But yeah, this is. I mean, yes, we talk about the burgers and the gas cards and the fellowship and all that's going to be fun and very important. But at the end of the day, this is for folks that, like I said, there's going to be these testimonies. Like when you hear some of the testimonies tomorrow, these are going to be people that I'm pretty sure probably fallen harder than you have and seen things that even you couldn't even imagine sometimes. And you hear their stories, and then you hear where they were and where they are now. And that, to me, is the ultimate example or ultimate motivation sometimes when you say, wow, because everyone thinks their problems are the worst problems. That's
right.
Human nature, human psyche. And then you see someone's like, whoa. And then you say, wow, look how they did. I'm able. And so that's inspiration. So please come for these testimonies. Please come for the burgers and the food cards and all that. But listen to these testimonies. Listen to these folks that have walked in similar shoes or shoes that you can relate to, and see, that's the beauty of God.
That's right.
Always, I mean, you could literally be on your deathbed.
Literally.
And there's still time to turn it around.
If there, as you said, if there's breath in your body and relating to people, there's an old saying, a pastor friend of mine said, the man with no shoes complained until he met the guy with no feet.
Yes, exactly.
Sometimes all we need is a little perspective to our situation.
You're absolutely correct. And that's why I love the testimonies, because it does bring perspective. It does bring, and it also gives strength and courage to others, because it really, when you're at your weakest point, you don't feel like you're able to take that next step. And,
right.
And to see other people do that, and to be honest, it's God working through these individuals as well too. Bless you.
Sorry.
When folks have their testimonies and stuff, God's working through them too.
Amen.
It's a beautiful thing to see, and you get a chance to see it this Saturday out at Melendez Park. Get there, like I said, around lunchtime. We're going to start firing up the burgers, and then certainly after everyone eats and everything, then we'll start with the praise and worship and testimony and all the meat of the afternoon.
The meat of the moment. Yeah. Literally.
Is there any other information we want to make sure we cover? Anything? Or it doesn't even have to be about an event tomorrow. Just stuff would be good information for the community. Anything through your churches we want to let the public know about that has come up? I mean, we got the platform. I was like, let's Let's tell what's going on. Is there anything, even at your individual? I know that, like I said, we're a community thing, or this is a multi-church event.
Yeah.
But yeah. While you're here, plug away.
You got anything?
Anything with your church there?
From the outreach perspective,
Sure.
which is what I shepherd, if you will, we do a monthly food distribution the fourth Saturday of every month. We do church on the street. We go and seek the homeless. And
check
meet
out
needs.
Waymaker's website. There is a great section talks about your church on the street, where basically you just go around various neighborhoods and people in need, you try to address it.
Help them out.
That's basically what it is. Whether it's cleaning up a yard or providing necessities for a family or something in between. Just whatever it is. And so, but yeah, a lot of good stuff there. So check out the website there too. Good. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. And our next big event, we're going to Mexico with Casas por Cristo to build houses for people that don't have houses.
Awesome.
So we're doing that in October. That's our big outreach as far as October comes. This is our outreach this month. And then after that, we'll see when I land back on the ground, because outreach is what I do too. So Tom and I hang out together, outreach missions, and then obviously always Harvest Ministries. We plug that because we're always in need and never in lack of opportunities to minister and love on people there. I get to talk to probably 30 to 50 people a day at Harvest Ministries. Been doing that for 15, 16 years. And what an opportunity. Mark Green, Pastor Ruby Rubenstein that gave me the first opportunity. It's just been a blessing to my life. You'll never know what you're missing until you get out there and meet some of God's best people.
Absolutely.
In those kind of situations.
And I would highly encourage folks that want to get more involved with folks like that, work through organizations like Harvest Ministries, the Homeless Coalition, these, and the reason for that, it's for familiarity and safety more than anything else. It's through Harvest Ministries, through the Homeless Coalition, the work that you guys have done, you've established relationships, you've built trust, you've built that connection. You walk to where they are, and they see you as part of the community, not a threat to it. And we would hate for people to get, to do that aren't trained up to do. And so if you'd like to get into that kind of work through you guys, so you can get the training, the proper, invites, introductions, and keep in a high. It's because there's a whole hierarchy when you go out to the camps and things like that. It's like its own form of government, its own form, and to navigate through the political side of this. You take it's best to do that. But please, if you have that in your server's heart, please reach out to Harvest Ministries. And let's start that path, and because we definitely need more people to be involved, from the collection levels to actually, working directly with people, out at the camps and everything else.
And last plug, Roswell Homeless Coalition, same thing. We could use volunteers. We've got a men's and women's shelter. We've also got a thrift store. If you got stuff that you want to donate, don't throw it away. Don't sell it. Give it to the Roswell Homeless Coalition thrift store. That's how we support a lot of our endeavors, and people, especially furniture and stuff like that, is really good sellers for us.
It's a double-way street, because imagine you'll have clients and things, and when they're in need, they can kind of go and just, hey, what do you need? Take it. Let's get you done. And then for the rest of us, I just like a bargain on clothing or furniture and stuff. Yeah. All that money goes back into the mission here. And so that's it's a win-win here. So please,
absolutely.
Yeah. So donate, or
we can also pick it up from the Roswell Homeless Coalition. We got a truck, so if you can't get it there, if you got some nice, don't give us your junk, but if you got some, because then we just have to junk it. So, but if you got some stuff that somebody would want,
something that someone else might treasure or use,
and you can't get it to us, we'll come pick it up.
Good deal. Make arrangements on that,
right?
And like I said, if you've got I got a whole house full of furniture, well, let's maybe call ahead. We might need to make some adjustments to make. But yes, we would love it. But give us a minute to do some finagling here too. Is there any other stuff with the Homeless Coalition or the Harvest Ministries that we want to?
So for the fall, we just had yesterday people asking for jackets already. So the evenings are getting a little cool. But so in the fall we also ask for jackets and sleeping bags.
Yes, it is that it's that time of year, then obviously, as the season will. I know we don't feel like it today or next day or two, but here in a couple weeks we'll be talking, like you said, those temps will be down again, and we're gonna have to start addressing and winter's much harder for homeless communities than it is the summer. And so we're going to need to be needing more resources, more. And I know through, Jocelyn, through you guys, that, when the great thing is people do try to help, but when you try to go to the store to buy sleeping bags and things, a lot of people already have. And so those supplies have kind of get dwindled. So if, in the off seasons, it's great if you've got them in your homes. And, hey, we haven't been camping in 10 years. So these are perfectly good sleeping bags. All right, maybe we can donate them to the coalition and make sure that someone will have a use of that this fall, this winter.
Yeah,
amen.
Exactly.
But that's and please come on by Harvest Ministries, and really you could probably be that one stop. Like if you want to learn more about homeless coalition, you really literally walk right into Harvest Ministries, and your folks will put you in with everything, whether it's one
we
of these
can refer
churches
you all over town, and that's what we do. We have a referral sheet. There's also now a booklet out that has referral of all the agencies in town, and so we can refer you to wherever you need to go.
Yep,
and beyond anything else, like we've been saying, we want to refer you to Jesus.
Yeah,
because
let's put the Band-Aids on, and then we'll fix the wound.
Amen.
That's kind of what we look at. But let's take those immediate needs. Make sure there's a roof over your head and a meal in your belly, and then we can go from there.
Amen. And we just hired a man named Ron Fuller. He's been a pastor around here, been involved in the community for a long time. He's doing a phenomenal job at the Homeless Coalition. So things really picked up. We're really streamlining stuff. He's doing a great job being proactive for not just for the coalition, but for the homeless themselves.
Sure.
And really proud of the job he's doing, and just excited to see what happens there.
Well, like I said, it's going to take a whole community to rectify issues like this, to find things, and so. It's time for all of us to roll up our sleeves and do it. So if you got that in your heart, sir, please come on by. Certainly, come join us out in Melendez Park here on Saturday. There'll be plenty of folks you can talk to get more involved in things. But if you like, sometimes we're coming to feed our souls, and you're going to certainly do that. But a lot of times, while you're feeding other people, and that's what
absolutely
that's what this is all about. So come out Sunday, come out to Melendez Park, come join us. Like you said, there'll be bilingual services, everything. So you will have no issues understanding what's going on. You can smell the food, and of course, we will have worship in both English, Spanish. So it should be pretty easy for everyone to come and have a good time, and who knows, find that their life suddenly just turns into a whole different new direction here.
Amen.
That's what it's all about. Good deal. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate
Thank you.
the
Thank you,
visit.
Mike.
And anytime we can help you guys get word out, or just whatever it is, even if it's just, hey, we need to let the public know we're in a little bit of a crisis. Come rally the troops here. Whatever we can do to help, let us know.
Thanks, Mike.
So,
thank you, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys, and stay safe, stay warm, stay cool, whatever's coming up next.
Stay dry.
Dry.
Stay dry. Yeah, maybe dry. I don't mind a little wet, though. I just don't.
Amen.
I live in New Mexico. I don't mind being a little wet.
Amen.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. It is 7:49. Let's go ahead and pause for local news, your Kim Commando update, Chaves County sports update as well. Don't go away.
With your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. A traveling Smithsonian exhibit is coming to the Artesia Historical Museum next week. The exhibit is called Black Wings. It highlights the contributions of African Americans in aviation history. The exhibit will be on display beginning September 10th and will be up for the rest of this year. The Artesia Historical Museum is free admission. It's open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Give them a visit at 505 West Richardson. And Roswell police are investigating an armed robbery that took place at the Farmers Country Market, 2800 North Main Street. The incident Monday night when a white van pulled up outside the entrance to the store. RPD says two men got out of the van wearing masks. At least one of them pulled a gun. Both men took cash drawers from the registers. The white van was later found abandoned at West Country Club Road and North Washington Avenue. Turns out it had been stolen from a local church in Roswell. If you know anything, please call Roswell Police at 575-624-6770. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
What was the first animal Google Street View hired to capture a place they couldn't access by car? Make your best guess. I'll give you the answer at the end. I'm Kim Commando. My newsletter's 5-star rated at Google and Trustpilot. Join a million who get it free at getkim.com. Google Street View has captured images of over 10 million miles of roads worldwide. You can flash back as far as Google has been collecting images in an area. Just open the Google Maps app and search for the address. At the bottom, tap that address and select the photo labeled Street View. While looking at a location in Street View, just tap anywhere on the image and then see more dates. This is so fun. It's a great way to see if that giant tree you used to climb is still standing, or if the new owners painted the house a wild color. Now the answer is a camel. That's right. It was loaded with Google's cameras that captured 62 miles of desert near Abu Dhabi and some of the world's biggest sand dunes. Wild, right? Get my newsletter at getkim.com. Tech is amazing, but it does take a toll on our lives. We're all guilty of spending hours just hunched over our screens and those times of endless doom scrolling. It's not just draining your mind, it's aging your body too. That's why I take Native Path Collagen every single day. It helps replenish what your body loses over time by repairing joint and skin damage and restoring that youthful glow from the inside out. Outsmart the digital fatigue and take the supplement your tech-filled life needs, Native Path Collagen. Because screen time shouldn't show on your face. You'll feel the difference naturally with my 45% off deal. That's 45% off with free shipping and a free gift bundle. Here's what you need to do. Go to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim. Get 45% off right now at getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, mid to upper 90s, and we should get sunshine, maybe a few clouds rolling in later on. It'll be cloudy overnight ahead of an incoming cold front. We'll drop to about 70 on the low, and then it will be a little cooler on Friday. We have a slight chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Afternoon high in the low 80s. Mix of sun and clouds and a few showers on Saturday and Sunday, highs around 80. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Hey, we got a boys soccer tournament going on this weekend. The Coyote Classic, and Roswell and Goddard are both involved, of course. They played each other on Tuesday night, and Roswell comes off with a big 6-0 victory. The Coyotes are 4-3 overall, and they'll host Alamogordo tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Alamogordo is 3-2. Meanwhile, Goddard's 1-6 overall. They'll be playing host to Valencia tomorrow night at 6 o'clock in the Coyote Classic. Goddard got its first victory of the season last Friday, a 5-0 victory over Los Lunas. Meanwhile, NMMI playing tomorrow as well against Centennial. The Colts are 1-2. Centennial is 3-0. That's a 4 o'clock start. The Colts' last game was on Tuesday, a 1-0 loss to Clovis. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. U.S. employers posted 7.2 million job vacancies in July. The Labor Department reported Wednesday that job openings fell from 7.4 million in June and came in modestly below what economists had forecast. ConocoPhillips is planning to lay off up to a quarter of its workforce, noting that 20% to 25% of the company's employees and contractors would be impacted worldwide. Newsmax filed a lawsuit Wednesday accusing conservative media giant Fox News of acting as a monopoly and suppressing its right-leaning competitors. The suit alleges Fox uses multiple strategies to coerce distributors into not carrying or into marginalizing other right-leaning news channels. Toyota says it will invest 680 million euros, $792 million, on a new production line in the Czech Republic to make a battery electric car. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Feeling tired, stressed, or just not your best self? You can discover a new path to wellness with Roswell's functional medicine specialists. Our expert team uncovers the root cause of your health concerns, creating personalized plans to restore balance and vitality. From nutrition to lifestyle, we empower you to thrive. You may have noticed that traditional medicine treats your disease, but functional medicine aims at reversing your disease. We don't stop until you're optimized. Other doctors may say your labs are in the normal range. We strive for optimum in your hormones, your energy, your drive, emotions, and metabolism. Visit Roswell Medical Clinic at 111 West Hobbs or call 575-623-3311 to book an appointment. Take charge of your health naturally. Feel the difference at Roswell Medical Clinic.
Attention high school students and parents. Now is the time to make your plans to come visit the most affordable university in the Southwest, Eastern New Mexico University. ENMU is hosting our annual high school open house preview day on Saturday, October 18th. Come learn about scholarships, discover majors, talk with current students and faculty, and win some great prizes. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Travis Hicks, Richland Auto Group. Don't forget to make your way to the airport September 10th through 14th to see an awesome exhibition of high-flying speed and agility at the Roswell Air Races. In addition to the wonders in the air, there'll be food and games for the kids, as well as educational displays and demonstrations. This event has been a hit for some 50 years in Reno, Nevada. We're glad that they picked Roswell to be their new home, and we need to support the event. As such, the first 10 people to either of our Richland locations who says, I believe in Richland's powertrain warranty for life, will receive 2 tickets for one of the shows and will be entered in a drawing to win a family day at the races, complete with food, shade, a trip to one of the pylons, and some Richland swag. So get your tickets now for the greatest show in Roswell, the Roswell Air Races, September 10th through the 14th at the airport.
Downtown Artesia is the place to be September 11th through the 13th for 3 nights of music, culture, and community. Thursday kicks off with New Mexico Heritage Night, mariachi, tejano, and local flavor. Friday's all about indie folk vibes. And Saturday, Red Dirt, Black Gold with headliner Cody Canada and The Departed. Gates open at 5, music starts at 6. Plus, interactive vendors, shopping, food, and cold drinks all weekend long. Bring your boots, bring your friends, and experience Artesia like never before. Full schedule at reddirtblackgold.com. A heartfelt thank you to the City of Artesia for making this event possible. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today. Like the Kubota L-Series compact tractor, the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., Z-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, get select L2502 series for as low as $21,999 or $325 per month. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, cost and ability to pay shouldn't get in the way. That's why Trans-Aero Medevac, through the generous support of the Written in Red Foundation and the PY Foundation, provide air ambulance memberships to the residents of Eddy County at no out-of-pocket cost. As an Eddy County resident, as long as you're flown by Trans-Aero Medevac, Trans-Aero will accept your insurance or third-party payment with no additional out-of-pocket expense. Best of all, as a resident of Eddy County, you're automatically enrolled, free of charge. Because when minutes matter, financial burden should be the last thing on anyone's mind. You have a choice. Be sure to request Trans-Aero, a streamlined, personal, patient, and family-friendly air ambulance service. Flown for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Who doesn't think the dentist is a big deal? I know what you're thinking. What will they find? How much will it hurt? What are my options? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher, and I am here to tell you that here at Carabelli Dental, it is our job to put you at ease. With options like sedation dentistry, you can rest assured that regardless of what dental work you might need, you can get it done while resting comfortably. Call our office now and speak to our knowledgeable staff about setting up your new patient appointment.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 575-622-4455.
Your home for Sean Hannity in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rex Thomason. Florida's top public health officer says his state is through with vaccination requirements for kids.
Florida is phasing out all childhood vaccine mandates in the state. State Surgeon General Dr. Joseph Ladapo called current requirements in schools and elsewhere an immoral intrusion on people's rights bordering on, quote, slavery, unquote. He also said it hurts parents' ability to make health decisions for their children. The state health department can scrap its own rules for some vaccine mandates, but others would require action by the Florida legislature. He didn't specify any particular vaccines, but repeated several times that the effort would end all of them. I'm Haya Panjwani.
Health Secretary RFK Jr. is before a Senate panel today. Democrats expected to bring up recent firings and resignations at the CDC. China's foreign ministry says North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un will have a meeting with Chinese President Xi in Beijing. China and Russia, North Korea, and India made a big show of solidarity at a military parade in Beijing the other day. President Trump taking a wait-and-see approach.
I understood the reason they were doing it, and they were hoping I was watching, and I was watching. My relationship with all of them is very good. We're going to find out how good it is over the next week or two.
Israel's dismissing as spin a Hamas hostage release proposal. It hinges on Israel agreeing to end the war in Gaza. Israel demands Hamas's surrender and disarmament, something the terror group has not agreed to. Legislation allowing Texans to sue out-of-state abortion pill providers for up to $100,000 has been passed by lawmakers and sent to Governor Greg Abbott. Backers see it as a way to halt medication abortions still available despite being illegal in Texas. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 65 points, NASDAQ ahead 27. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
The death toll in a streetcar crash in Lisbon, Portugal has risen to 17. The BBC's Alison Roberts in Lisbon says 2 of the injured died overnight in the hospital.
It's one of the Lisbon's iconic canary yellow ancient means of transport. This one has been operated since 1885, and there are another couple of ones of similar age which are not going to be operating today. The mayor has ordered that they should be suspended. But yes, this is right in the centre of Lisbon and very much a draw for tourists and used by locals as well.
It's a national day of mourning in Portugal. Nearly 300,000 people have been evacuated over the past 48 hours from flood-ravaged areas of Pakistan's eastern Punjab province. It brings the total number displaced since last month to 1.3 million. Authorities struggling to divert overflowing rivers onto farmlands to protect major cities in the region. News and analysis, townhall.com. Some of those who lost loved ones in plane crashes are urging a Texas judge to reject a deal that would allow aerospace giant Boeing to avoid criminal prosecution.
That's in reference to a couple of 737 MAX crashes in 2018 and 2019 that killed a total of 346 people. Now, the judge is considering whether to dismiss the criminal case against Boeing. The company has agreed to pay $1.1 billion in fines and compensation. Some families want a public trial and oppose the agreement, while others support it. The judge's decision will come at a later date. Jason Walker reporting.
Republican and Democratic lawmakers on Capitol Hill who agree on little else are rallying support for a bill that would prohibit members of Congress and their families from owning and trading stocks. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The deuce.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It is, nice out.
It's the last few days.
It's going to get a little warmer. But
the last few days. I mean, it's been, it gets hot in the later part of the day.
Yeah.
But the midday has been wildly tolerable.
93 hot is way better than 1 hot.
I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you.
But, yeah, today a little warmer. Like, we're supposed to be like 96 today.
Bearer of bad news.
But tomorrow our high is an 8 followed by a 2.
Oh, wow. That's a steep drop. But also we chance for rain tomorrow.
20%.
Okay, that's not bad.
And 30% after 9 tomorrow.
It's been downgraded just a bit. So
I'm
that's
hoping nice cool day. And guess when the rain starts? About 10:30 tomorrow night. After the games are done.
That would be perfect.
And everybody's leaving stadiums and gone home.
Let us knock on our wood-based platforms.
Maybe hold off till like midnight. Give a chance for the Hobbs folks to roll into town.
Here's what it is: you got to wait until about 11:30 because if the storm starts at 11:30, the lightning will start about 10:30.
It's true.
Trying to avoid lightning delays here.
Well, maybe the teams can help us and get wins early. Let's go ahead and wrap it up by about 9:30, and then
get to work, boys. I got to tell you, when I was last week when I was putting together the player spotlight,
I
was listening to some of the guys talk, yada yada, and then I hear a girl's voice, and I was like, "Wait, what?" Manager, but it threw me off.
In the player spotlight.
Yeah, in the player spotlight,
yes.
Threw me for a total loop when I heard a female voice. I'm like, "Well, that's progressive of you, Coyotes. All right." But yes, manager. It's team.
We call her the Hammer.
Well, no, because there's always like every sports movie from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Had that one moment where like that one player will show up and they'll just destroy the competition.
Right.
Like in not the Big Green. Mighty Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was. She like shows. The player shows up and just like schools everybody on the ice, and then they take off the helmet and the hair just falls out. It's a girl.
I give you a good example. Little Giants.
That's a perfect one. Yup. Starring the great Rick Moranis and Tom Arnold. That is a fantastic
Little
example.
Giants. Because was Rick's daughter?
Yeah.
The football player.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah.
Thank
Rick
you.
Moranis.
I think you're right. I actually saw heard an interesting little breakdown of Rick Moranis's kind of post big time career, because everybody says he retired.
Right, but he had some tragedy, if I remember right.
What
didn't he?
happened
Somebody
was
passed.
His wife passed.
Yeah.
And he entered a state of semi-retirement to take care of
Raise
his
his family, his kids, yeah.
But he never actually retired. That's like the misnomer about Rick Moranis. Everybody said, "Oh, he went away and never to be seen." He, for the last like decade and a half, has been just banking it in voiceover work.
Oh, okay.
He does stuff for Marvel. He does stuff for Lego.
It's probably pretty easy work where he shows up one day.
It's not even that.
Gets a paycheck.
He
and
has
he can
a
go,
home studio.
Oh, so he didn't have to leave. He can stay with the family.
They send him the scripts. He cuts his lines. They They can do zoom for direction for, to be like, okay, what's my motivation for this line?
This is my jelly face.
Not to mention, I know, dude, that's always been my goal career. Not to mention, he's also been very active with one Dave Thomas. In
Not the Wendy's Dave.
Not the Wendy's Dave.
Strange Brew Dave.
Utilizing the Strange Brew IP in some interesting ways. They've actually done a few animated movies. They did a couple of a few Christmas movies, I think.
Okay.
They did a...
Are they big in Canada, I guess? Strange Brew?
Kinda. They did like an SCTV reunion thing during the pandemic, and that was... But after like about 3 or 4 of these, he said, well, I'm not doing any more Bob and Doug. Like,
he retired that.
I'm retiring the characters.
That's retired. I could see that.
Yeah, so he's. I mean, it makes sense. You could probably get tired of playing the same one note character.
You know what? If people are gonna, if Rick ever decided to do a sequel of one of his movies, the one I want to see, My Blue Heaven 2. I love My Blue Heaven. It's one of my favorite movies with Steve Martin and Rick Moranis and Joan Cusack. I love that movie.
My Blue Heaven was good. Do you remember, and I'm trying to remember if this is the same cast as I...
How do you walk to the grocery store?
Do you remember the movie Big Bully?
Yes, with Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold and Rick Moranis. Once again, they were a great 1-2 punch in the 90s. That movie is maybe one of my favorite Rick Moranis movies.
And to be honest, other than True Lies, probably Tom Arnold's high water mark.
You know what? You're not wrong. Definitely his post-cocaine high water mark.
True Lies brought him, like, if he ever had a stratosphere, it was True Lies.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And obviously, because that all followed with
down.
Well, and then what carried that his 15 minutes longer was the Roseanne marriage.
I was going to say Mary and Roseanne didn't hurt things very much.
that was.
But that movie, it's funny. I've only ever seen it a couple of times, but every time I see a seesaw, I think of that movie.
The Big Bully.
Because of the climactic scene where Rick Moranis finally stands up and takes out the bully with the seesaw.
Yeah.
That every time I see a seesaw, I think of that movie.
Well, and Rick Moranis, let's face it, because he's, at least in his younger days, I haven't seen him in a minute. He's a tiny dude. Like he's he's a little man. He's kind of, so he plays the perfect bully E.
Apparently, and I didn't realize this, he improv'd like every single line in the Ghostbusters movies.
That makes sense.
That blew my mind when I heard that.
Them surprised me. Rick's and
he cut his teeth in improv.
Yeah, and I just also know Reitman style movies. There's a lot of that in his movies.
Yeah.
Like there's the lines, but then because generally Reitman movies are filled with comedic types.
Yeah.
They usually ad lib and wing it quite a bit.
And I've seen, in some movies they'll do like a lot of Rogan movies. They actually do that. They'll shoot the scene as scripted, and then they'll do another take where just wing it, see what happens.
Yeah. Reitman's, I'm sure the son, but Ivan Reitman was known for that kind of stuff.
But that's like Neil Flynn on Scrubs, the janitor, like what's his face, the writer. Oh God, the name just left my head. Bill Lawrence.
Yeah.
He said when he would write the scripts for Scrubs, he would just say, "Janitor says something funny here," and that was the script. And literally Neil Flynn would just make it up as he went along.
I would imagine in the writing process, whether it's music or a television or movie script, probably the same thing. It's like, look, here's the pace. Something I don't know. They're gonna say, music does that all the time. Where I'll hear them write music and you'll hear like this famous. They haven't quite figured out the lyrics yet, but they'll be like, "It's na na na," and then they move.
Yeah.
Now you know what they're not. But so I think that works a lot.
Like a placeholder.
Yeah.
Now getting back to Rick Moranis, they better get to pre-production or some type of production on this movie because Mel Brooks is 99. He's not got a lot of time left. So
I gotta be honest, I thought we were gonna lose Mel like 10 years ago.
Yeah. But hey, the quest for more money is real.
I've been told that for for my whole life.
The search for more money.
I've literally, since I was a teenager, been told that movie's coming.
Yeah.
And I know that, yes, people have confirmed, and Mel Brooks has said, I'll believe it when I see it.
I know.
And to be honest, is it going to be, because
This is the first time we've had Mel Brooks confirmation, though.
Well, but here's the thing. I am a fan, huge fan. It's part of my childhood. Mel Brooks, 70s, 80s era movies.
Right.
You know,
High
Young
Anxiety.
Young Frankenstein, you name it, Blazing Saddles, History of the World, Part 1 is one of my favorite Mel Brooks movies. When they did that Hulu reboot of the show thing, that was not an homage to that.
Yeah.
That cheapened it.
I feel like, they were trying to do their own thing. And
So part
also
of me
work with modern sensibilities.
Well, I thought it did the opposite of what it was supposed to do.
Do you think, now this is kind of one of those questions you hear posed a lot in different discussion groups. Do you think you could make Blazing Saddles today?
I don't think it hit the mark like it would.
Yeah.
Because
I think Spike Lee would need to be involved if you were going to make it today.
Well, put it this way. People are shocked by different things nowadays than they were when Blazing Saddles came out.
Right.
And the things that shocked it and here's the deal too. And this is where I don't know because society can't handle it. People don't realize that all the things that Blazing Saddle did mocks everything of which people are talking about.
And that's the problem.
Racism, everything, it's mocking it.
People don't.
And people got it then.
Right.
I don't know if people get it today.
Yeah. And that's sort of the wall that you run into with satire or parody in general is, are people going to understand that this is satirizing the thing that you're getting offended by?
I think we as a society have lost a little of that.
Yeah. Before you get uppity, sorry, I just can't help but think of that scene.
Yeah.
Before you get uppity, maybe dig a little deeper into the subtext.
But I would also argue it's not our fault.
Oh,
because
I agree.
Society's been trained to be that way now. Like back when I was a kid, if you were like offended, it's like, come on, lighten up. It's making fun of it.
Right.
Nowadays, you don't know. Nowadays, the internet is full of god-awful people. And, like, put it this, the blatant racism I see on Twitter, I'm like, how does this? And I don't even ask for it. It just shows up.
Oh, and that's...
Like, you know what I mean? Like I'll be scrolling. It's like, recommended for you. And then there's, like, this whole, like, racist video. And I'm like, I didn't ask for this. Who's giving me this?
Twitter. That's just how X works.
But, like, growing up, it wasn't thrown at you like this. The only time you saw this kind of stuff was the occasional dummy in a park doing something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now the internet, it comes to you on the phone.
For the record, thanks to crystal meth, you could still do around most of Roswell.
But yeah, I don't think it would work just because society is too polarizing today. That's part of it. And by design, we're being polarized.
Yeah.
And we're firing from hook, line, and sinker.
And I'm curious to see if Naked Gun sets a new precedent. Like if it opens things up at least
I wish I'd say yes, but as quick as it came in, it went out equally quick.
It did. It really did seem to flash.
Like everyone was talking about that movie, and now nobody's talking about that movie.
Speaking of, did you hear the rumor online?
Which rumor?
Apparently, you know what? I don't believe in love anymore. Apparently, Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson was a sham relationship.
Oh,
I know. It was a PR-based relationship to drum up PR for the movie.
Well, it worked.
It did. It absolutely did.
Because I was thinking, I ain't gonna lie, that disappoints me. Like I feel like,
forget Travis and Taylor. This is America's It couple.
It's the real one. It's the real one.
Even though Pamela's Canadian and Liam is Scottish or Irish. Maybe not America's power couple. But
neither one of them are American. But yeah.
The couple of the summer.
But we all relate to them way better than Kelsey and
Taylor.
Taylor, yeah. I mean, like I feel like I could have a beer with those two. I don't know about the other two. You know what I mean?
You could probably have like a vodka soda with the other two.
Just saying.
I feel like Taylor's more into like clean drinks.
Well, and And the only reason that, are you sure?
Yeah. No, this was
because
confirmed a couple weeks ago.
Well, the part that disappoints me about that is if you know Liam Neeson's history, it's kind of sad because he was married to the actress. Her name's where I'm at. She died of cancer years ago, and he really hasn't dated or dated anything since. And so when they saw that he was dating her, everyone's like, "It is so good that he's finally, getting back in the saddle and being, living life again." So it was a bummer thing to me because what was her name? Marsden. That's what was her.
Yeah.
Can't remember his wife that passed from cancer. She was a famous actress.
Natasha Richardson.
Yeah, that's who it was.
I do. Yeah, I remember that.
That's who it was. So that's part of that one. So, bummer.
So yeah, kind of a bummer, piece of information.
Yeah. All right, it is 8:21. Let me tell you what we're doing this hour here. We're going to do all the weather and all that here in just a bit. And then shortly thereafter, we're going to be joined by the folks from the Roswell Literacy Council. David Hecht and Larry Martin will join us. Their annual Knowledge Bowl coming up here at the Joy Center later on this month. So now is the time to sign up your teams. They're going to have a silent auction door prize. They're going to have all kinds of stuff.
Bone up your brains.
That's right. Plus, they have good eats. Like, that's half the fun. Like, although, Doc, don't listen. I'll load up with, Oreos and chips and all. I'm just sitting there with this. It looks like a bunch of football food and start blurting out answers.
Mike looks like
it's a good day.
Like a professional gambler, only his chips are just snack foods.
Yeah, my chips are chips. Pringles.
Yeah. He's got a stack of Pringles, and he's sitting there playing with them.
That's right. Just like that. Rolling them, flipping them through them.
Flipping an Oreo from finger to finger.
Once in a while, I'll slip one in my mouth.
Which is what I do with regular poker chips, which is why you should never play after me.
That's right. I lick the cards. It is 8:22. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, mid to upper 90s, and we should get sunshine, maybe a few clouds rolling in later on. It'll be cloudy overnight ahead of an incoming cold front. We'll drop to about 70 on the low, and then it will be a little cooler on Friday. We have a slight chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Afternoon high in the low 80s. Mix of sun and clouds and a few showers on Saturday and Sunday, highs around 80. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 66 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 75%. Winds are out of the west at 5 miles per hour. Sunny and warmer today. 96 are expected high. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Enjoy the warmth. That will change tomorrow, as early as tomorrow. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 68 degrees. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, we are looking at a 20% chance at afternoon showers. Mostly cloudy. High of only 82 tomorrow with southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. 30% chance at showers Friday night. They say mostly after 9 p.m. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 62. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For your Saturday, a 30% chance at afternoon showers. Partly cloudy, highs near 80 degrees, near 80, which means not quite 80, upper 70s. Northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, a 50% chance of rain with an overnight low of 62. Sunday, a 40% chance at showers for the afternoon. Partly cloudy, 84 for a high. 30% Sunday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 63. And then no talk of rain for Monday, just sunny skies, 86 for a high there. All right, it is 24 minutes after 8. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we're going to talk with the folks from the Roswell Literacy Council. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Coach, can you talk about the latest trade rumors?
Absolutely. Right now, you can get big money for your trade at Roswell Ford.
Start your season with a win at Roswell Ford. Right now, we need trades. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. With 0% APR and no payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit with great terms, with good credit, no credit, or even if your credit is less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings. More for your trade and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $28.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues for rate of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
It's one of those things we've all had on our mind. No matter how much we want to ignore it, we all know that wisdom teeth can cause pain, teeth crowding, and even infection. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. I am proud to be a part of an outstanding team who understands your concerns when considering wisdom teeth removal. Call us today and let our staff walk you through the process so that you are confident and prepared for your wisdom teeth removal. And don't worry, we have sedation dentistry options so that you can rest and feel at ease.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental. Call 575-622-4455.
Hi, everyone. This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. We now carry Mayo Furniture. Not only is it proudly built in the U.S., but there are hundreds of custom options to choose from, including fabrics, top-grade leathers, nail head trim, and feet. The quality and construction stands apart from other brands in the industry, ensuring your satisfaction for years to come. Turn your living room into a reflection of your refined taste. Come see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell, where delivery is free since 1953.
Attention high school students and parents. Now is the time to make your plans to come visit the most affordable university in the Southwest, Eastern New Mexico University. ENMU is hosting our annual high school open house preview day on Saturday, October 18th. Come learn about scholarships, discover majors, talk with current students and faculty, and win some great prizes. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're
Downtown Artesia is the place to be September 11th through the 13th for 3 nights of music, culture, and community. Thursday kicks off with New Mexico Heritage Night, mariachi, tejano, and local flavor. Friday's all about indie folk vibes. And Saturday, Red Dirt, Black Gold with headliner Cody Canada and The Departed. Gates open at 5, music starts at 6. Plus, interactive vendors, shopping, food, and cold drinks all weekend long. Bring your boots, bring your friends, and experience Artesia like never before. Full schedule at reddirtblackgold.com. A heartfelt thank you to the City of Artesia for making this event possible. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The first toilet being flushed in a motion picture was in the movie Psycho. Mike thought it was Gone with the Wind. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 27 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Literacy Council, back with us, of course, David Heck back with us. So is Richard Garcia and Larry Martin. Good morning, gentlemen. How y'all doing today?
Good morning.
Excellent. Doing well. Well, seeing y'all together in one room, in this room, must mean one thing. It is Knowledge Bowl season upon us once again. This is, I would say, probably one of the most popular events that the Roswell Literacy Council does here is your annual Knowledge Bowl event. And this is a big fundraising event. For folks not familiar, the Literacy Council, it's in the title that not only do they help people become literate, the ability to read, but they help folks get their high school equivalencies, help to get their English as a second language skills taken care of, their citizenship. They help a lot of folks with pretty much navigating all those needs, and they do it all free of charge. That's why the Knowledge Bowl is important, because it's not actually free of charge. So we have our Knowledge Bowl each year to get everyone to come out and have some fun, spend an afternoon at the Joy Center, have fun, bring your friends, eat snacks, and brag about who's the most trivia knowledge person here. And at the end of the day, we'll crown a winner, and everyone will have a good time.
That's it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, as far as like what you guys do, that's kind of when we're not doing the Knowledge Bowls and things, folks are coming in, they're getting it's various things. Some are getting that high school equivalency. Or some are, like I said, that maybe they don't speak English at a serviceable level, and they want to get to a point where they can navigate life skills and everything here, and all the way to U.S. citizenship and making sure that they pass all the different tests and things they got to take to do that. That's what the Literacy Council does, and they do it all free. And so it's great work that what goes on, and they're always looking for volunteers too.
Well, if I may.
Absolutely. Yeah, I should shut up and let you guys talk.
No. I mean, that's a great introduction on this monologue. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to let Larry go ahead and with the trivia, but I'll do a little bit of of a spiel on the Literacy Council. We've been around for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And we discuss it every day of why people don't take advantage of it. Of course, we were hit very hard with the COVID. And, we're a nonprofit organization. We depend on funding from different organizations, United Way and many others that found other foundations.
Sure.
And, of course, a lot of the oil companies.
Private donors, yeah.
But the thing about it is that our services are second to none because it's all volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it with the Literacy Council is that there's only one thing that you said is we do have books for the GED. We do not teach
like a class.
The class on the GED because we'd have to go through the Roswell Independent School District.
Gotcha. But you can set the table to get that done for them. Yeah.
Yes. And the thing about it is that with the citizenship, and it's very, which is important to, especially this time and age right now, what's going on, and also where we tutor for English is, I don't know what it is throughout the community and business owners to stress to those employees because you see them all over in every facet of industry here in Roswell, and I say industry from your eating establishments to ball and paint to wherever you want out in on the base or whatever, the industrial air center. And I stress very strongly that this is a benefit not only to that particular person but the business people.
Absolutely, yeah.
And our goal is to be able to tutor for the success of that client, to be successful in whatever job they have.
To be able to do it there on themselves.
I saw an article in the Roswell Daily Record just a couple of days ago, a week or so ago, where some of these companies have truck drivers that can't speak English, so they can get their CDLs.
And all they do is read English signs all day and navigating in English.
And so it's a benefit.
Absolutely.
It's not something that a person is going to take and forget. It's going to help them, and we're there to help them.
Well, and this, to me, I look at this as, and we have a lot of great organizations in our community do various facets, things helping kids, helping homeless, helping pets. What all are needed, all are good. And what I look at is, this Literacy Council, this is investing in our people. This is, we can have our fundraisers to build this new center for this new thing or this new playground or for this, but equally as important is investing into the well-being of the people that call our community home, and to give those folks the tools to navigate life themselves, to pursue whatever passions they want without the caveat of a hurdle like a language barrier or a literacy barrier in the way. That's why this is so important. Is an educated community is a better community, and that's just what it is. And the more we can help our folks get to higher education levels, whether it's for day-to-day life stuff or to get that piece of paper to say they can do the thing to do the next thing, whatever that is, we want to make sure we make it as easy as possible to pursue those dreams and to give people not a hand up, but the tools to help themselves. And that's really what you guys do on a daily basis.
And we've been successful. We've had clients that have gone up to El Paso, nervous as hell, after being tutored for the citizenship. I'll guarantee you one thing, man. You start going through that citizenship book, heck, I probably couldn't even pass it.
I was about to say, I think there's a lot of natural-born Americans that will have a very hard time passing the U.S. citizenship.
I tell you.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate enough that we were here in the United States and going to schools where we learned a lot of this stuff.
Yep.
Okay? And then we forget.
Well.
But they have to absorb it at a certain length of time.
People that are earning something versus giving something always appreciate a little bit more. That's just that's just humans.
That's right. And we've got another one that I think is very successful. She's an employee at Walmart, and she's from Romania.
Cool.
She just got back from
How
Romania.
did she end up in New Mexico from Romania?
Well, that's, I guess
I want to hear that story.
Well, that'd be an interesting story.
Yeah.
Probably have to take more airtime than
we're
having today.
I have to devote a show.
But no, those are the things that I'm saying. We've had other nationalities that have come in to try to speak, to learn English.
I imagine you got to dig a little deep when you got the Russian to English. We need to. I don't think we got anybody in the office.
Das Vidanya.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, Das Vidanya. Yeah.
There he's gonna.
But anyway, I encourage the community and the business owners to recognize us.
Sure.
And take advantage of it. We're there to be taken advantage of.
Absolutely.
Because all we do is volunteer for the good of the community.
And I'm going to take a stab and this is where you guys and your other volunteers, this is where your heart gets filled, is those moments where that person from Romania now lands their first job or lands that first milestone in their life, and it's all because of what they've been doing through the Literacy Council. That's your payday. That's the day you're like, how cool is that? She went in here not able to communicate, talk to anybody, and now has a job, met somebody, and might be going on dates here pretty. You know what I mean? Just whatever that is.
Well,
that's the cool part about it, is see people's life grow because they walk through your doors one day.
Well, in closing on this subject, Larry can go on and do his spiel.
Yeah, we got to talk about the fun
We're
part.
gonna, our founders, Erla Martin and Clayton Stallings, were instrumental. Like was the Trusa and so on and so forth, or other organizations.
Sure, take some stubborn brains to keep it going.
But there were the founding people of this particular organization, and there was others. And we're going to be honoring Clayton Stallings. Erla Martin passed away some time back, and so has Clayton Stallings. But we're going to honor, have a reception for Clayton Stallings.
Okay.
We were going to have it right before the trivia or the knowledge bowl, but it's going to be in October.
Okay, so we're going to make that a separate shindig a little bit later.
Perfect. And we're hoping
this deserves a bigger platform than just the knowledge bowl.
Invited.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think at that time we haven't set a time, but there'll be light refreshments and stuff like that, and we're hoping to honor this man that dedicated
and inspire the next generation to pick up the mantle.
Very generous to us, and not only when he was living, but even now in his passing. And I just wanted to mention that, and people that knew Clayton Stallings, which he was well known in the community, that we're going to be not only honoring him, but continue his legacy.
That's your honoring.
Of what he believed in.
That's the big honor.
And I'll leave it at that, but I want people to understand that we're there. We're at 609 West 10th Street. And our phone number is 575-625-1369.
Yep, call it, leave a voicemail if you don't get a person, and they'll get back to you here. And whatever, if you're looking, like you said, you want to start the process of getting your GED, or if you're wanting to, get your citizenship, or whatever those things, the first thing you do is make that phone call, make that visit, and let's see where we go from there and see what the next.
We've got a lot of material that's there for them to pick up.
And it's all free. Yeah. That doesn't cost you one dime to do any of this. That's the beauty of it. We're trying to help you get the foundation so you can afford to buy whatever you want. And I get it. When you don't have any skills, it's hard to have money. And when you don't have the skills to navigate, that's the problem.
Real quick right here, I'll pass it to the treasurer. He spends our money.
Speaking of money.
He'll tell you a little bit what we're going to spend some money on in the coming week on what we're going to be getting.
We're thinking about a printing board, which is like a white chalkboard.
Okay.
Instead of a blackboard, it's a white board. It's a lot
Stepping
of them
into
are electronics.
Next generation, yeah.
Get some tablets for the kids.
Update some teaching aids here and step it into a little bit more modern.
Yeah.
It's because if not, it's going to look like Little House on the Prairie, where there's like the books with the belt wrapped around it. Yeah, and we all walk into the one whole school, and we all got that one chalkboard with that one hunk of chalk that's about that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to upgrade.
Yeah, we have to upgrade.
Although I ain't gonna lie, watching Little House on the Prairie, like those desks are always great. They're so well thought out storage and everything else. Anyway, I digress.
And that's it.
But the money, we're going to use some of this money from this year's Knowledge Bowl to upgrade some of the school material supplies, equipment, things like that. Yeah. And so now the Knowledge Bowl itself is coming up here on September the 28th, and it's going to be at the Joy Center, right?
Yes.
And now is the time to sign up your teams. Cost is $100 per team, and it's about what, 5 people?
5-man team.
5-person team.
5-person team.
Now, if you want to do it by yourself, go for it. But
yeah, that's the max.
Yeah.
Like if you can't find 4 friends and you want to tackle it yourself. Now I get it. In Knowledge Bowls, like that guy's a know-it-all. I'm not gonna partner with him and let him do it yourself. All right, but yeah, you and up to 4 your friends. A lot of times we get different civic groups and organizations. A lot of usually our American Legion usually puts a team in, or you'll see one of the other civic organizations put in teams.
Last year the Lions Club won, and before that I think the Eagles won once a couple years ago. And we like to have Al Truce is always there. That's a great contributor.
I usually see scouts. Usually some scouts show up every. Usually a little group of scouts.
The Methodist Church I go to put out a team, and the Lions also promote scouts. I think they had some scouts on their team.
Ah, okay. I remember seeing some scouts in uniform.
One was a kid
over the years too, and those are ace in the holes.
Yeah.
You know, they hit you. And then all of a sudden, there's one question that's probably not meant for people over 50.
Well, I'm not picking questions this year, but
Larry, you're not on question. You're not because usually they lock him in a room and he's not allowed to.
It's pretty hard to lock Larry up. But if I can, just real quick, we're stressing that the schools get involved.
Yeah, we'd love to see teams in schools.
For the schools, it's free.
Awesome. So if you want to put a high school or a school team in,
and
no cost.
Sometime back in the newspaper, they showed that the Military Institute cadets were on either a debate team or whatever, and we're trying to see.
Bring them.
We got a person that's going to contact them.
The gauntlet's been thrown.
And
that's right.
Bring your best.
Larry's going to kind of look around. I might get him on my team. But anyway.
So you're going to be are you going to go from moderating to contestant?
I doubt it because I'm working with the team that picks questions. So
all right,
it'd be
I'm about to say
questionable.
Yeah,
about
he's meeting with them.
So Larry's throwing on his helmet and ready to go into the game.
Yeah, he is. He is. But Larry has done a fantastic job with this Knowledge Bowl. It's been known throughout the community for years. But like I said, this COVID had a lot to do with us not being able to participate.
Sure.
And
you weren't alone there.
but I would like to stress very strongly to the listening audience, especially the public schools, get these kids. It's free. Get teams so they can come out and they'll enjoy it. There'll be light refreshments and so on and so forth. But it's very important for the schools to get involved, not only in the sports, but coming out and bringing the kids. They have debate teams, they have this and that.
Socializing.
And socialize and see what it's all about. And again, it's free. For the schools, it's free. We welcome them. And if they're listening, to get in touch with us and come and have some fun.
Absolutely. I would love to see a contingent from Roswell High, Goddard High, NMMI, Gateway, all the above. Bring them on.
Well, to be honest, I approached the schools last time, and none of them responded, so I was really kind of disappointed.
Well,
this is an opportunity for Roswell to have an annual event.
I think this should be like you know what this kind of and this is where not growing up here doesn't help me. Where I grew up in D.C., Maryland area, and I remember as growing up there was this. And I'm pretty sure it was a national thing, but there was this. It was actually a game show, and they had the high school age students competed, and it was called It's Academic, and it was this basically like a knowledge bowl, like a trivia bowl type thing, and they would ask, Jeopardy style questions, not in the form of answering the form of question, but that style of stuff, and basically the schools would compete locally, and then as they got to like state level. they put it on like the TV channel and everything, and they'd have kids from, and I think it went on out of the DC area tour where they would compete.
Well, I remember a
national
show.
level.
A national show was on TV for high school students.
And was that it?
Yes.
It's academic? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
That
but I remember like local regional ones to get to that one
Right.
and everything else,
Right.
and we don't have that or
There's
see
a big
that.
deal. Big deal.
And so I think Roswell's starting its own kind of, or continuing its own tradition, because this is not new. Knowledge Bowl's been going on for years. But getting it to that next level where it's, it's like Chili Cheese Fest or like it's Knowledge Bowl weekend. We're all going to go hang out. Oh, you know how we are. And, it's UFO Fest week. Oh, it's Chili Cheese Fest. Oh, it's Piñata Fest weekend. All right, it's Knowledge Bowl weekend. We need to put it in that kind of lexicon around.
Yes.
Okay, I want to get to the nitty gritty here. It's at the Joy Center, as we mentioned. That's at the west end of 19th Street and Montana.
1822 North Montana.
Montana, and that's near Sierra Grande for people who don't know anything.
Yeah, it's right down there. American Legion Post 28 down there, and
So it's a nice building. Lots of
the
parking.
Elks is right there.
It's comfortable. They have running water and electricity too, so it's good.
And the snacks are always good. Yeah, running waters help. It's nice when the toilet's flush.
Yes.
It's so convenient.
And we have snacks, so we'll get some
Make it your
donated.
cheat day. Make it your cheat day, because a lot of Oreos and cookies and good eats during that.
Sunday afternoon, 2:30, 2 o'clock, basically 1:45. Last year, I made sure it was not on a day that the Cowboys played. I'm not sure about this week.
Well, they play tonight.
They do play tonight.
This is the 28th.
Yeah, so it'll be a few weeks.
Sunday afternoon. So
I have to look at the
I don't know who
schedule
we're
and all.
competing with, but I like to make a couple suggestions. If you're a business and you're sitting out there and you want publicity a little bit, and you have kids in high school, make a team, pay your $100.
Yep.
We'll give you publicity.
Absolutely.
So lawyers, firms, I don't care who you are.
We'll mention you on the
business,
radio here. I'll help, whatever we can do. If you want to help the community, I'll definitely. I know usually there's like a silent auction or something where people. Is there any opportunities to donate for that still here?
Yes.
If they want to make donations, if you think, well, I can't go, but here I'll make a donation so they can get some money here.
Of course.
What's the best way to, and what's the deadline for that if they want to do it?
Well, we'll take that donation
right up to the day of.
Whatever,
Yeah.
the day of,
Actually, I was just saying,
whatever.
you walk in the front door. We can put 40 people in, 40 teams in.
Gotcha. Okay, so come. But if teams want to pre-register, what's the best way to do that?
Okay, call the the Literacy Council.
Okay.
I'll say again, 575-625-1369.
Okay.
And they're on 10th Street. It's near the old adult center.
So call and then register your team.
Yeah, you can.
Like I said, you have up to 5 on your team.
Right.
And cost is $100 per team.
Per team.
And
if Roswell or Goddard want to compete, give me a team. I don't care if it's a football coach and his kids.
Yeah, school teams get free of charge, and they waive the $100
Right.
admission fee for that. So sign on up, and it's a lot of fun. I've done it for years, and it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend if you got your groups, your civic groups, or it doesn't have to be. Maybe you go play like the bar trivia with your friends on a Friday night or whatever. We'll get them together and come on down to I won't have any booze, but we'll have the other stuff.
and that has become very, very, very popular, especially like in like Albuquerque. I know I've got friends in Albuquerque that like on Wednesdays and Fridays they go to a bar or whatever. And the group that's going to be doing the trivia, they've been here in Roswell. They've been going up. They have trivia at the Elks, the Eagles, which I'm a member of, and the Pecos Valley.
Yeah,
I think they've done it at Liberty and other areas, and they're very popular because they bring a pretty good on show.
Yeah, is this the Mind Pro guys? They're doing it. Yes.
Yeah,
I happen to know that guy. He works.
So anyway, they're the ones that are going to be.
Good.
Doing,
Yeah, Mind Probe. That's what they do. They do Chris does all his. Yeah, he's almost annoyingly obsessive about trivia stuff.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
I think you're meeting with them today, right, Larry?
Yeah.
Very good. Well, it's going to be a fun shindig.
Well, we hope so, and we depend on the media. On you guys to get the word out.
Well, we'll ring the bell.
And the thing about it is that again, I stress that this is for the community, and I don't know the questions or the answers right now, but we've always participated. We've always had fun. And as Larry mentioned, I think we won the first year that my team had it, we won. That was through the Eagles and the LULAC, because they were combined. But it's a lot of fun.
It is.
It's a lot of fun, and it really wakes you up a little bit on some of these, because we couldn't even remember SpongeBob. Was just one of the questions.
You forget how much you forget sometimes.
That's right. That's right.
The older we get, the more.
I'd like to make one comment. We had a single family came in last year, paid their $100. Think nice. Basically had a boy and a girl. It looked to me like they were in middle school, and mom and pop, and they came in second.
Oh yeah.
Second, and missed it by a couple.
So youth is not
points.
always a disadvantage.
So if you're a family and you got the nerve to get up there, go for it.
My personal recommendation is you need a hodgepodge group.
Yes.
You need someone with a little long in the tooth that knows some of the older stuff that's very in there, but you need a few that know the younger pop culture stuff too that slips us by when they talk about some artist or something. You're like, who? What is that? I thought that was a sandwich. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So my recommendation is to get an eclectic mix. Get if you got a history buff, bring them in there. If you got a sports person, bring them in there. Music or whatever. Use your 5 wisely. Pick your. That way, if you do it right, in theory, all subjects are covered.
That's it. Well, yeah. That's right.
And then now all that strategy goes right out the window as soon as the first question happens. So it's. But again, we want to invite everyone out to the Literacy Council's 2025 Knowledge Bowl. It's going to be happening September the 28th at the Roswell Joy Center, which is located at 1822 North Montana. Cost is $100 per team. You can have up to 5 different team members on each team. There's going to be prizes provided and for the winning teams, plus there'll be a silent auction and some other things to be held to benefit if you'd like to help out, make donations, things like that. Again, all of the proceeds from this year's Knowledge Bowl going back to the Literacy Council. This year we're going to earmark that money for school equipment, school supplies, things to help some boards and some other peripherals to help these students to make it a little easier to teach them.
That's it.
And then, of course, if you need services in any way, shape, or form, if you want to find out, or if you want to volunteer, if you've got time in your hand, you do not need to be a Rhodes Scholar to be a tutor through the Literacy Council. They have not only do they have the books to train the people to learn to read, they have the books to train the trainers to train the people to learn to read.
Right. That's right. We just had a workshop Saturday from the Permian Basin, and we had groups from Texas and New Mexico, Carlsbad, and so it was very informative. And so it's we're not a fly-by-night organization.
Nope.
We're here. We learn as we go along.
Your shoes are well cemented.
Yeah.
No, that's not the connotation. And then that didn't come out the way I thought it was. That's like mafia stuff. I was just saying they're anchored. We don't have cement shoes.
Yeah.
Very good. Is there anything we missed, fellas? Is there any information or thing we got?
Well, I'd like to add that if there's someone out there with a teaching experience, we can use tutors.
Absolutely.
We have been tutoring out at the Challenge for several years, and we're not doing it right now, but we can if they want us to.
Well, and like I said, we always need more people to get if retired teachers, things like that. Yeah, they're a huge asset. If you're looking to do that or want to spend some more time, I get it. My wife is a current teacher, and I know free time is something you don't have this time of year. But
that's right.
But when you're retired, a little bit, maybe help out there too.
I'd like to add also, this money goes toward keeping us running, but our expenses are low. We don't need a whole lot of money. But
they're not to run big cake parties every Tuesday or nothing.
No, the tutors are not paid.
It's all volunteers.
It's all volunteers.
Really, the covering is basically the materials that are used to educate. And pay the light bill and that kind of stuff.
The building and stuff like that.
Make sure the
building. We got a beautiful building.
Yeah, make sure the toilet's flush and the lights come on and all that.
Yeah, we keep the maintenance very, very. We stay on it.
Very, very hand-to-mouth organization. There's no extravagances.
And I also have to mention, and very quick, we house the Red Cross. They're one of our tenants there that have been there with us for some time. They were down here not only because of the flood, but we met people from all over the United States, and they came from different states to help with during the flood.
Sure. Well, when we live in a rural place like we do,
yeah,
Red Cross kind of needs to be on standby pretty much all the time. Just
That's right.
We give a hands up to Stuart Dietz, who's the director for this area, and I wouldn't want his job.
No.
Believe me, they keep him pretty darn busy. Man.
It's a lot of hurry up and wait. I bet.
Yes.
It's either desert dry quiet or hurricane. Nothing in between.
That's right. And we invite the public to come and browse around and take a tour of the facility.
Sure.
And again, I'm anxious to see and to honor this man and others that have participated in the Literacy Council because of its the utmost importance, man.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned it earlier, and I've always used that phrase. It's a tool, a tool that is going to work. It's in your hands.
Yep.
Make it work.
You don't do projects for people. Give them the tool bag with the tools and let them build the
That's
project.
it.
That's how you teach them. That's how you give them.
That's it.
Gentlemen, thank you. And, of course, like I said, we'll get you guys back in as we get a little closer for the other event here as we want to honor as we get that. So thank you, guys. And, again, please, if you don't mind, Larry, one more time, give out the phone number to the Literacy Council if they have any questions or want to sign up for Knowledge Bowl or anything related.
575. Then there's 625-1369.
Very good. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Who's on? Is it Larry's got by breakfast now? Who's buying breakfast?
Dave's buying.
Oh, it's on Dave.
Dave's
Dave.
okay.
Oh, Dave, you did the not it last. That was your.
That's right. You got to be quick.
That's right.
You got to be quick.
There you go. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
It is 8:57. Let's pause for Red Apple break and quick break. Don't go away.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning. Tech stocks came back in favor, and the NASDAQ, home to many tech stocks, has been higher. But uncertainty about the economy limits gains in some other stocks. The Federal Reserve's periodic report on the entire U.S. economy says the economy held together over the summer, but not without stress for consumers who are facing higher prices and fewer job market opportunities. Wages are failing to keep up with price increases. Retailers and hospitality businesses are increasingly turning to discounts, and auto service firms notice more people seeking to repair older vehicles. The number of job openings fell more than usual, although more than 5 million job seekers did get hired in July. Salesforce says they've laid off 4,000 employees, partly because they're using AI agents for customer service. Salesforce stock is down 23% year to date. The NFL football season officially starts tonight, and NBC Universal says they'll make the most from ads ever. And ads for the Super Bowl are already sold out. With business, I'm Joe Connolly.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Christian living matters because it's a reflection of faith and action. It's not only about believing in Christ, but also walking daily in his teachings. A life modeled after Christ demonstrates love, kindness, forgiveness, and humility, values the world desperately needs. By living faithfully, Christians shine as lights in a world often clouded by selfishness and despair. Christian living shapes character, guiding believers to pursue integrity and compassion in every relationship. It strengthens families, builds communities, and inspires hope. More than rules or rituals, it's about embodying God's grace and allowing His truth to transform our thoughts and actions. Living as Christ taught us also gives purpose and peace, reminding us that our lives have eternal significance. When others witness genuine faith expressed through service and love, hearts are touched and lives are changed. Ultimately, Christian living matters because it points people back to the one who gives us meaning, Jesus Himself.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
The great one, Mark Levin, is now in Roswell on 106.5 KEND Roswell.
The firings that have taken place at the agency under his watch, saying the goal is unbiased, politics-free science at the CDC, which he says really bungled its response to the COVID pandemic. Angola, Louisiana, home of the latest immigration detention center designed to hold some of the worst ICE detainees.
Governor Jeff Landry's, after years of neglect, a complex inside the Louisiana State Penitentiary is being put back in service.
To help fulfill the mission of removing criminal, illegal aliens that have been causing havoc in our communities.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says it's been deliberately chosen to encourage people living illegally in the U.S. to self-deport.
You're going to end up here because we're going to throw the book at you and everything else that we have until you're out of this country, and you no longer have the right to be free and no longer have the right to be in the United States of America.
I'm Ben Thomas.
Texas lawmakers have passed a bill allowing Texans to sue out-of-state abortion pill providers for up to $100,000.
This marks the first bill of its kind in any state. Supporters hail the measure as a tool to stop medication abortions, which remain available despite being outlawed in Texas. But pro-abortion groups deride the legislation. They call the measure a bounty hunter bill that would encourage private citizens to engage in a form of legalized vigilante justice. State lawmakers have sent the measure to Governor Greg Abbott's desk.
Correspondent Andrew Stewart. Stocks higher on Wall Street. The Dow is up 131 points. NASDAQ ahead 62. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
This is a national day of mourning in Portugal following a deadly streetcar accident in Lisbon. Correspondent Jennifer King.
Portugal's government has called for a day of mourning after one of the historic electric streetcars in Lisbon that attracts tourists from around the world derailed and crashed during evening rush hour Wednesday. 15 people were killed and 18 injured, with 5 of the survivors in serious condition, according to Portugal's National Institute for Medical Emergencies. Witnesses told local media that the streetcar careened down the hill, apparently out of control. After victims were pulled from the wreckage, a forensics team combed the scene where the historic yellow and white funicular, known as Elevador de Gloria, was lying on its side in a steep curve of the narrow road with its sides and top crumpled. The cause of the accident wasn't immediately known, but the city's communications department says it appears the steel safety cable broke. Condolences poured in from leaders around the world. I'm Jennifer King.
The death toll has risen to 17. News and analysis, townhall.com. You might call it an internship of sorts, unauthorized to be sure, and probably not the best of ideas.
The Metropolitan Transportation Authority is investigating whether a subway operator allowed multiple minors to try their hand at driving a train after video circulated on social media. Each show a young man at the helm of 2 different R160 train cars. operating above ground in broad daylight. In each video, the same train operator can be seen standing alongside the young men as they pilot the train. The Metropolitan Transportation Authority did not respond to questions about when the video was taken and whether the employee had been identified. I'm Bill Alexander.
That in New York City. Newsmax has filed an antitrust suit against Fox News. Says Fox has sought to maintain its market dominance through intimidation and exclusionary business practices aimed at stifling competition. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The tabloid said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Trades in Viernos.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thursday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday?
That was the first words spoken by Frosty the Snowman.
Ah.
When they put that old silk hat on top of his head, everything lights up and he goes,
The cartoon.
Happy birthday, which is technically accurate because it was his birthday.
It technically was. No, you're right. And it's probably been 30 years, 40 years.
Since you've seen it?
Oh.
Really?
The OG Frosty cartoon?
Yeah. It's
with Burl Ives and all that? Yeah.
You have an opportunity. It's on like every year.
I know. I just haven't. You know what I mean?
Your wife is a school teacher. I feel like some of those things need to like eke their... Like, I feel like if you're married to a school teacher, it should be a crime if you've never sat and watched in its entirety the movie The Lorax.
I've not done that.
That's one of the most go-to class movies I've ever seen. Like, every class at some point, usually around Earth Day, breaks out The Lorax.
Yeah, I've seen like 5 minutes of that movie here and there. Isn't Danny DeVito in it or something?
Danny DeVito is, yes. He is the voice of...
but I've never actually sat down and watched it.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. This is the weirdest Christmas movie night, white night. It was this last Christmas we went to my brother's and visited for Christmas there. And it was, I think it was Christmas night after the kids had gone to bed and it was kind of everything's wound down for the day. We're just kind of chilling in the living room watching TV. And my brother on the remote spent the whole night going back and forth between two marathon channels. You know, they always show marathon
24
movies.
hours of...
So one channel was showing a 24-hour marathon of It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
The other channel was showing a 24-hour marathon of the movie Elf. And every time a commercial break went, he would flip from one to... So I'd watch 15 minutes of It's a Wonderful Life, then break, and then 10 minutes of Elf, and then back to It's a Wonderful Life.
What a weird juxtaposition. Remember that one scene where everybody came up to George, and he's like, bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
I was wondering about when... I was wondering when they were going to all sit down in black and white and eat... spaghetti
I was gonna
and maple
say
syrup.
Spaghetti with maple syrup and Zuzu's pedals.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the deleted scene from Elf where they're playing hockey?
Oh, I guess not.
Yeah, it's not in the movie.
Right.
But if you go on the internet, there's a whole deleted scene where it's about a 5-minute segment that never made the movie, where they're all playing hockey out there, the elves, and this is when he comes out, and of course he's
massive,
tip checking everybody across the thing.
I have to go find this. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's a funny little 3-4 minute clip, but a deleted scene from Elf.
All I can think is, if you've ever seen, and it's another hockey scene, if you've ever seen the movie Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds and
It's
Amy
been
Smart,
a minute, but I remember that movie. Yeah.
There's a scene where he's trying to show off his talents on skates, and he's on rental skates, and he gets asked to play to join into a peewee game of hockey. And he drops a curse word, and they're like, "No cussing." And it was like a lie. He's like, "What the hell?" Something like that. He's like, "No cursing." And then the next thing you know, it's just him, just like slow motion, just mowing over kids, like knocking two kids' heads together. At one point, he just like grabs one and then just pie faces him out of the way. Meanwhile, you got Amy Smart on the other side going, "Chris, no." It's among one of my favorite scenes.
I gotta go see it. It's so long as I've seen. I don't remember that. I have to go back and check it.
Like he gets, he turns and catches a puck to the face. He then gets ambulance out of there, but the ambulance driver is Dusty Dinkelman.
No.
So he's all trying to impress, the ladies, and they've got Ryan Reynolds' character Chris on one of those body boards, essentially, to load him up into a stretcher, to load him up into the ambulance. Well, something bumps his stretcher, and he goes flying down this hill, flips over, and smashes down. We strapped. He can't protect. To this day, I don't know how they pulled this scene off, because it looks so painful.
Well, that scene's been done a lot in movies. Like, there's a whole Hot Shots.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Where he pops out the ambulance.
Stretcher scenes are always funny.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like somewhere in the Naked Gun canon there's a bill about
probably.
that too. It may not be in a bed, maybe he's in a wheelchair, but it's the same thing.
I feel like OJ was involved.
Right. You know what? And I think you're right. I think he was in a wheelchair, not in a gurney.
That was when he was rolling down the stadium steps.
Yeah.
An obvious OJ dummy just flung onto the. To me, that is my favorite. One of my favorite joke tropes in parody movies is when they make the stunt double obvious. They've done it a few times on like Family Guy or American Dad.
Right.
There was one scene. It was Stewie was supposed to like stunt drive or something, and it's clearly a black man, and he's just wearing like Stewie's like the top of Stewie's head and his overalls.
Is it? Don't drink your. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Yeah.
I think it's that movie where they do that move where the two grandmas that are kind of at each other they're at Sunday church, and it's a gospel revival church, and the Spirit moves one of them, and then you see her start breakdancing, and then the other old lady starts breakdancing, and then you can clearly see their stunt doubles. It's like it goes from this old lady to like this 17-year-old kid in an old lady wig, doing windmills and everything else.
Yeah, it's a hilarious nod to the audience. I've always appreciated that.
Now you want to get, and I just never looked it up, but I need to. There has been a Naked Gun camera thing in the original Naked Gun that has bothered me ever since that movie came out.
Okay.
And I've never addressed it, and I don't know why, because I guess I just thought of it again. But getting back to the Naked Gun where they're at the ballpark.
Right.
And at this point, Lieutenant Frank Drebin has now taken on the character of first Enrico Palazzo, the national anthem singer. And then he transitions to behind the plate umpire.
Umpire, right.
Well, back in those days, the umpires wore those big black wall thing with the heart shaped, that was as like the chest pad,
Sure.
And they hid behind that. Well, if you notice he has that. At the beginning, it looks normal. But at some point, it looks like someone took a needle and popped it. It's all flattened up against him.
Oh, really?
And they don't address it. I don't know if it's just bad editing or
like a continuity
or this is a joke thing that I just never got over the years. But if you look, and half the time that big thing is deflated and weak, and I don't know. They don't reference it in the movie. It's like 1 minute it's not, and then the next it is. It stays that way.
I wonder if they did that, number one, for the sake of the joke, but number two, because they needed it to be flat in certain scenes to get a shot.
And that's one thing. Is it a practical thing? Is it ignore the man behind the mirror? Or is this one of the many, many inside jokes that I have never caught?
I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that scene because I'm genuinely, I never really thought or noticed that.
Oh, this one's been burning my brain for 30 years.
Oh, I get that. When you have, what it is, there are moments in my life where I'm like, well, that was odd, but there's no way I could bring that up in like normal conversation and sound like a sane human being.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When, other than this morning show, when can I bring something up so random like that?
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
But I am not going to lie.
And I'm going to tell you, that is like an encapsulated feeling of what it's like to be a pro wrestling fan.
I can imagine. I could imagine.
It's like all these amazing things just happened, and I have no one to talk to about it.
Right.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that scene because that, and you know what, it'll bother me too.
It's just
okay. I got one.
Right.
I got one right now. In the movie Just Friends.
Okay.
There's a scene right at the beginning where Chris comes back home. He hadn't been home in like 20 years, and he sees his neighbor who's like, always like the Christmas decoration one-upsmanship guy.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so he's standing there and he's like, saying really mocking, making fun of Chris or whatever. And this random Asian guy just walks into the scene. Like, dude, he's got glasses and he's in a blue hat and a blue coat.
Yeah.
And he just walks into the scene. And then the guy says something and it cuts to Chris, Ryan Reynolds. And then it cuts back to the neighbor and the guy's just gone.
Huh.
He looks like Asian Jared from Subway. He just walks into the scene and then he just disappears. Like, I feel like he had a line at some point, but they
edited
cut
it out.
But they forgot to cut his entrance.
Or that he's a buddy of somebody and it's like, well, we don't want to cut him out altogether. Just put his face in there real quick and then we can get it.
He won a contest. He got a walk-on role.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Things like that, they bother me, but it's like, who am I going to talk to about that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So-
Well, it's a safe space. You can talk about it here.
It feels safe. Thanks. I feel better.
But those things get me, man. I just and because it's Naked Gun for me, I'm like, I feel stupid if I ask because did I not get the joke, you rube?
You simpleton, you don't understand the 2/3 camera dilemma. It's like, I'm sure it's some kind of like trope on filmmaking or something.
But one of my, and it just reminded me because like as many jokes that's in the Naked Gun and all those things, I can tell you right now what's the one that is my favorite funny part of that whole thing. And it's in the first Naked Gun, and it's the scene where the Queen is hosting a gala at some hotel or whatever it is.
Right.
And the police squad's got to make sure the killer doesn't sneak in. And so they're kind of scoping everybody that's coming into the building. And so there's a scene where Frank Drebin and his partner Ed, they're going and people are coming in and they just literally grab this guy and start strip searching him and everything else. And while Ed's searching him, he's like, all right, let's see, where's your wallet? And he's reaching into the guy's pocket, but Ed doesn't realize he's actually reaching into Frank Drebin's pocket. And so he goes, all right, here's his wallet. And he goes, oh, what's this badge, huh? Was you a fake? Hey, Frank, he's got a picture of your wife. And they punching him. And it makes me, and then Frank, after a minute of all this, he realizes it's his own wallet. And he's like, oh, and he does one of these, and lets the guy go. But that scene, it gets underrated because people don't talk about that scene, but that scene makes me laugh every single time.
That's all. I love those that they don't really, you don't think about them all the time, but then you run across them and you're like, oh yeah, it was great. Yeah.
And that, and to this day, there is one song that's stuck in my head because of that. Desame mucho. Desame mucho. That's the scene when because he gets caught in character a lot. This time he got stuck in the mariachi band and they had to sing. He had to do the sing and it was Desame mucho. That's right there. That same scene. Great stuff. So. Our guest is here. I saw Amy roll up from the Historical Society, so let's get the hour going.
All right, I'm going to go watch Naked Gun.
I was about to say, I could just rehash it for you right here.
Research.
I've done 6 or 7 scenes already. Now I can keep going if you want. I want to do it. Never mind. I was about to do a line, but I can't. It's not family friendly. All right. It is 9:19. Let's get you up to date on the weather, and then we'll take a quick commercial break, and then Amy McVeigh-Tejas with the Historical Society will join us. Don't go away.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, mid to upper 90s, and we should get sunshine, maybe a few clouds rolling in later on. It'll be cloudy overnight ahead of an incoming cold front. We'll drop to about 70 on the low, and then it will be a little cooler on Friday. We have a slight chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Afternoon high in the low 80s. Mix of sun and clouds and a few showers on Saturday and Sunday, highs around 80. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Check out some of the savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Cans of Food Club white chicken breasts are 2 for $5, and boxes of Food Club mac and cheese are 3 for $1. In produce, 2-pound bags of Halos mandarins are $2.99 each, and juicy limes are 4 for $1. In the meat department, select packages of Food Club sliced bacon, ham, or turkey are $3.77 each, and boneless beef choice top round steak is $5.99 a pound. These are just some of the bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
Roswell, your used car dealership is here. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the Tate Branch difference. We've got a huge selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at great prices with big discounts happening right now. And here's the best part. Every single used vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head to Tate Branch Roswell, 2000 West 2nd Street, and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the difference.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Hi everyone, this is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. When was the last time you looked forward to sleep? Let's be honest here, you know a restful night's sleep has more health benefits than you consciously think about during the day. Here at Glenn's, we carry Serta mattresses, and they've been in the business for more than 90 years. Choosing one can be hard, but I want you to know we have your back. Come see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell, where delivery is free since 1953.
Downtown Artesia is the place to be September 11th through the 13th for 3 nights of music, culture, and community. Thursday kicks off with New Mexico Heritage Night, mariachi, tejano, and local flavor. Friday's all about indie folk vibes. And Saturday, Red Dirt, Black Gold with headliner Cody Canada and The Departed. Gates open at 5, music starts at 6. Plus, interactive vendors, shopping, food, and cold drinks all weekend long. Bring your boots, bring your friends, and experience Artesia like never before. Full schedule at reddirtblackgold.com. A heartfelt thank you to the City of Artesia for making this event possible. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
This is a nasty little termite. It loves nothing better than to eat your house, your subfloors, your walls, around your windows. And then they swarm around, taunting you.
We're eating your house. We're eating your house.
You'd like to kill them, wouldn't you? But you don't want trenches dug around your home, and you don't want holes in your foundation. That's where Dow AgroSciences and the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System come to the rescue. The same system that protects the White House can help protect your house. An authorized operator strategically places Centricon stations around your house and then carefully monitors them for termites. If they're found, a professional inserts bait tube devices. The termites take the bait and they die.
I feel like I'm dying.
Kind of like that, only a lot more effective. In fact, Centricon is proven to eliminate the termite colony. Termites are gone with Centricon. No more colony, no more problem. Visit Centricon.com.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today for all of Southeast New Mexico. 575-623-5344.
Pecos Valley Broadcasting has immediate entry and experience level and radio and live stream video sales executive positions open in Artesia and Carlsbad. You'll work with our amazing team to build and maintain accounts and dive into advertising and marketing promotions. Experience in sales is preferred and bilingual opportunities are available. Base guarantee plus bonuses and commissions. Apply now. Email your details or resume to hireme@pvbcradio.com. Take your career to the next level with Pecos Valley Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Elephants use these skin folds on their bodies to crush mosquitoes. Mike Winters uses his to hide M&Ms. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 24 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio, back from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, Amy McFay-Teas back with us. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good.
Well, we're a week and a half out, or post, of the of the Animal Heritage Dinner last Tuesday, which I'm not going to lie, based on my world, last Tuesday seems like 6 years ago. Like, because that was like one of the last times I was feeling good was Heritage Dinner Night.
That's right. Well, and you were feeling good, doing good, delivered, you spread so much.
Well, I went downhill the next day.
We can't blame it on camera. That's right. You delivered to the Vases, community kitchen.
Yeah.
That's funny. Can't blame it on them.
No. This is but anyway. But we had an awesome Heritage Dinner. It was neat. Like I said, I was lucky enough to go deliver to Community Kitchen and drop that off, and then also to the Vases and some of the. But to see the because and I know the people that got to go to see the Poor Clare Monastery, the folks that went out to Harvest Ministries, delivered out them, all equal or experienced the same thing. Where a lot of our organizations we were honoring this year chose to have a meal together at their various venues and things, and so. Right. Every one of those were cool. Like I did the Community Kitchen, and they had a dozen people or so there, ready to eat, and it was really nice. It was they were very happy and thankful, and they were like, "You want to hang out?" I was like, "I'd love to, but I got to get more meals going,"
Well, and shout out to Denise Vandermeulen, the Vandermeulens. They supported our event, and she helped us create a unique little surprise for a Community Kitchen. And I think that's we made an intentional effort. Shout out to the Poor Clare Monastery. They got a jump on us. They were celebrating before the weekend all the way through.
So they know how to party.
You better believe it. They know how to celebrate, and they toasted with us with our sparkling cider. Yeah. So I think, and I know Deb Balthaser delivered to the Assurance Home, and they had a wonderful celebration of over 30 out there, everybody getting bags and books. I do, as I'm mentioning these things, the behind the scenes, that's kind of why we're on the radio today. It's those silent servants, behind the scenes individuals supporting. Some of them we can't mention. They know who they are. Shout out to an organization and family that made it possible for the whole Assurance Home to eat.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. You know who you are. I don't need to say your name. And you know what, Mike?
None of them want attention. This is the thing is a lot of these meals, a lot of these pay it forward. Yes. We're like, we would love to thank those people, but a lot of them said, please don't say anything. Just here's a check. Go make sure 10 people get fed or whatever it is.
I just love it. So we had a lot of silent donors, but just like whether it is books donated, words can't express how much we appreciate, whether it's books, whether it's food. This was an amazing event, and we cannot thank everybody enough for their support.
Yeah.
To say it was better than the rest, I always hate when we compare one.
They're all amazing.
They're all amazing, but to know...
Like the mission of what these folks do, it just felt a little more special to make it, to honor them. That makes sense.
And I think our board made an intentional effort, and you were there.
Mm-hmm.
We mutually agreed this event was to be focused on hope.
Sure.
And then these organizations perfectly aligned. And you know as well as I do, Mike, there could be more.
And this is this is the thing that we didn't. There's not enough organizations we honored, but
true.
The ones we did honor, we kind of used the measuring stick of what would be the impact if that organization was not in this community.
That's right.
And that's kind of, we looked at it that way, is like, imagine if the Assurance Home wasn't here, Or imagine if Harvest Ministries weren't here. What pickle would be in right now?
Right. And words can't express. Well, the impact on the insurance home has had lists as long and distinguished of numbers.
Yeah.
And then you know what I loved, Mike, is during the time we were doing the Heritage Dinner, the Roadrunner Food Bank was in town doing their tours, which in some unique way they were celebrating with us.
Absolutely.
And we kind of honored them too.
Yeah.
Part of
it.
Because it's all part of this
absolutely.
family.
And if folks were tuning in earlier in the 7 o'clock hour, we had some of the pastors. Mark Green was part of them.
Oh, nice.
Because they've got their church revival here, Gateway, a Waymaker, a multiple out at
awesome.
Melinda's Park this weekend.
Nice.
But here's the thing. These are the same people.
Yep.
Like the people we're talking about. Like, guess what? All three of those gentlemen that were sitting here talking to me this morning also are out there serving at Harvest Ministries on a daily basis and stuff.
Right.
And that's what I mean. This is about our one community, and that's really what last Tuesday night was about. Yes, we had 4 tentpole organizations that we spotlighted, but at the end of the day, it's those organizations and so many people and organizations like them that make this community happen. Without
100%.
them, and that's what last Tuesday night was about. And yeah, it's a simple thing of Peppers firing up the grill and making amazing food, and we just come by.
That well-oiled engine, right?
But it's the least we can do to say, hey, thank you for taking care of our community and giving of your time and efforts. Have some beef on us or have some chicken on us.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, and we did that all, even down to that day. Even the next day, Mike, we had one extra box, and we paid it forward. I don't mind saying Southwest Printers. Why do we do that? Because they're always at the last minute printing and doing for us. And thank you. We want to extend that so it just flows.
One of those small businesses that is a small business, and when they make donations to ourselves, Humane Society, there's several different organizations they like to champion.
That's exactly right.
And those donations impact their bottom line much bigger than, say, Target or Walmart or you know what I mean?
100%,
and so
yes.
it's so special for me when we have a mom and pop local business that says I will donate $1,000 or whatever that number is to you for this, for that. Because it's a bigger deal for them, it's a bigger impact on them, so when Southwest Printers constantly time and time again steps up to help, and guess what? It don't matter if COVID's happening or whatever, and their numbers are up or down. There's still people coming with their hand out, and they still help the best they can.
And I think that even with Southwest Printers, it's not about, well, it is. They do donate. But also their consistency of just always being there, doing what we're doing. Same thing with Peppers. Words can't express how much we appreciate Robert and the amazing team. The next day after the event, we took blessing bags to all of them. It's just a small token.
Well, we would never be able to pull off a Heritage Dinner without Peppers.
No.
Because, let's face it, we try to be right, but I know because of there's so many moving parts of one of our events, it puts them through the ringer every single time. And you know what they do? Absolutely nothing to complain about. They work with us every time. Hey, can we extend it? No problem. Can we do this? No problem. Can we? Oh, well, yeah, but no problem. They every single time, and it's like I know these are big asks sometimes for them because it's all about logistics.
Well, it's not easy,
and they don't hesitate.
No,
and
they don't.
That is you can never be thankful enough.
And Peppers, something I want to remind individuals too, is their amazing service at Peppers. But I can't find a year. Now, granted, I'm not looking back since
You're not digging deep.
Well, we have those. I haven't, but I'm going to say, as long as I've been part of this organization, Peppers has always been diamond members of the society. They're supporting us. They're part of our history. We network with them, and that's what this organization is all about. There's a lot of amazing restaurants and everything, but Peppers, they're members of the society, and we appreciate them. But I do want to mention some sponsors. Because,
yes, please do.
And people, they hear these names time and time again. We just want to give special thanks to the 43rd Annual Heritage Dinner sponsors, corporate sponsors, XL Energy. I want to shout out Mike McLeod. There's never an event which XL Energy hasn't been a part of. And one thing, again, about these well-oiled engines, yes, Mike McLeod is retired, and I think it tributes to the legacy of XL Energy. They're still supporting us with knowing Mike McLeod's retired. So I think it was his last Heritage Dinner as part of, even though he retired. So shout out to Excel Energy.
Absolutely. We're very appreciative of their support, not only this past, but throughout
school
our
tours,
history.
and the list is long and distinguished. The silent donors for the Sherns Home, I will mention them again. Words can express how much we appreciate. We had a silent donor in loving memory of Kathy Arden in honor of the Poor Clares, silent donor of Community Kitchens, silent donor of Harvest Ministries, FM Nelson LLC, that's Morgan Nelson's family.
Oh.
Rich part of the history, and they continue to celebrate with us. The Roswell Chamber, dairy producers in New Mexico, Matt and Carol Cunningham, Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, Bank in Southwest, Jerry and Katie Vaz, Pioneer Bank and Troy Hayes. Altrusa amazingly donated the Books of Hope that went to the Sherns Home. Margaret Lackey, of course, donated even when she was a little bit under the weather. She still made bread. That's amazing. And of course, we sold out. So many individuals, the Historical Society organization made this possible, and I just can't thank all of our volunteers enough. We're a volunteer organization, hardworking. I'm the only paid employee. We're doing some great things, and we pulled off a great event, and we won't stop. So if you missed the event, and you said, well, what's it all about? I was just talking to our webmaster, and Mike, I believe by today or tomorrow, the commemorative booklet will be online.
Okay, cool.
So you can see some wonderful tributes to all of these organizations. We're digging deep. It's not just about what they're doing. It's about the history. Ladies and gentlemen,
we are the Historical Society. Yeah.
So don't get me wrong.
That is our mission.
But let's go back, you know, and if you haven't had a tour of these facilities, their doors are open.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Go get a tour of Harvest
And
Ministries. Community
all of
Kitchen.
them are always looking for more volunteers
Yes.
and things
So,
to be a
and
part
that's
of it.
one thing, too. You think you may know what they need. I think you may be surprised. So we will keep the wish list and the commemorative booklet on the website. If you need more information, call 622-8333. I can email somebody the wish list, and we'll do that. But we're continuing to honor, but we've got some fun things up and coming. Mike, one thing I wanted to mention on the air is where our place is with the air races, what the Historical Society is doing. And we want to encourage, as we've said on the air a million times, get involved.
Yep.
Whatever that looks like to you, as we know, getting involved. People can get involved behind the scenes out there. So the Historical Society is honored to have Store One. We'll be hosting the merch store at the air races. Where is that? I think my husband said on the front page of the paper today, they were showing the gates.
They had the gates there.
Okay, so right at the gate, where literally you're going to give them your ticket, right off to the right will be the large number. It's merch store number 1.
Okay.
That's hosted by the Historical Society. We're going to be out there all week. So come see the Historical Society. A lot of our volunteers and family will be out there. We will be out there all week. As far as I know, our merch store will open on Wednesday and go through Sunday. So we're really excited. How does that work? We're going to offer volunteers, and then the air races are nice enough to donate a portion of our earnings to the Historical Society.
Yeah.
So celebrating the history in the making there.
Absolutely.
Now, at the museum, that's different. So somebody called me just this morning and said, wait, I'm not on that volunteer list. Guys, the Historical Society has multiple lists. Because, Mike, you're not on the list, right?
We got a list for that.
I'm not being rude,
yeah.
but you're working so you're not on the air race
I'm on a
list,
couple
right?
different, I get pulled in a few different directions.
You're on my list.
I'm on lists, not those lists.
The Historical Society has different lists. So what is the museum doing? Well, we're doing a lot. So Wednesday through Sunday, the doors will be open for tours. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. But the big thing is Afterburner. Afterburner is hosted by Main Street Roswell, September 12th and 13th. The Historical Society will be open 5 to 8.
Great.
And we'll have Donna Blake Burchell and John LeMay signing books.
Excellent.
We'll have some of the Strange family with some fun merch. I believe some of Danielle Gonzalez's merch.
Oh, great.
We just really want to celebrate
Come
history,
on by and
have
visit,
some fun.
take a tour.
That's the Afterburner event, and I know there's a lot going on downtown Roswell. So let's celebrate. If you don't go to the air races, but we want to encourage, support that. But these locals support these fun Afterburner events and
Absolutely.
fun things like that.
Come be a part of it, yeah.
Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. And one thing I want to encourage people to do through our social media, we have a video. What is that? Log on to the website, roswellmhistory.org, and on your social media, with everybody posting a bazillion times a day on what they're eating and doing, support tourism, share our video. So go to RoswellMHistory.org, share the video on the history of Roswell. We will be sparking some interest, and hopefully these air race attendees will want to stay a couple of days.
Absolutely.
And tour all of these amazing museums of Roswell. It's not about us. It's about we. It's all of
Absolutely.
us.
Yeah.
It's about all of us.
Again, those like when we have our museum day in the fall, we're kind of using that same thing. It's like, hey, come by to the store, come to the Walker Aviation Museum, come to the NIMI Museum.
The miniature museum.
Yeah, the miniatures, the Anderson, all of them.
us.
Yeah.
They could literally stay a day. So we really want to encourage people to do that. Air race is over on Sunday. Encourage them to stay over. Take it from Bottomless Lakes to Bitter Lakes to all the museums, and support local. I've been saying that a lot on social media. It's not easy for these little stores doing what they're doing.
And we're going to get
Support our
overwhelmed
local.
next week, and just be patient.
That's right.
And just be kind, be helpful.
Yeah.
Like we're going to have an influx of visitors. You know, when they ask where do you eat, you go tell them where's your favorite place to eat, where's your favorite place to shop, where's your favorite place to recreate.
And encourage all these different
Absolutely.
things.
Tell them stuff.
We have other things going on. I just want to make sure people mark the calendar. Museum Day is November the 1st. Historical Society is honored to be a part of that. There are a couple of ways. The Historic Book Fair will be part of our Museum Day celebration. 10 to 5 on Saturday, November. Saturday, November 1st. Holiday with Friends. We've got Deborah Lucas and Danielle Gonzalez and Trina Padilla and Kim with her hats and some amazing jewelry by Georgia Bader. Green Chili. Our Holiday with Friends is November the 22nd.
Very good.
From 10 to 4.
We'll be right before Thanksgiving.
Right before. It's perfect. It's perfect. So you can order your pumpkin rolls, get some gifts, do your shopping.
They might be fresh for Thanksgiving.
And John LeMay and Donna Blake Birchall will be autographing books there.
Although they would never make it to Thanksgiving in my household.
You better put it in the freezer and hide it from Mike or whatever. Forget that. We want to remind people to be at the poll. So I was talking to Father Yarrick, and I believe some of All Saints will be out there next week. Because, like myself, I may not be praying at the poll next Wednesday. I'll be at the air races.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy week next
there.
week.
You know, whether it's me or Jason or somebody from our board or pastors or just a friendly reminder.
Well, the
we'll see
good news is
that
that's every Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So if you missed it next week, no biggie, come back next week.
Right, you'll say, where's Amy? Well, I may not be there. Somebody's going to be there representing the Historical Society.
Yeah.
It's just an opportunity for us to gather and be at the poll. We're resilient. We're a great community. But we could all agree this community needs prayers. We need to come together, work together. And I think that's really what our community is all about. I'm thankful for 106.5 and what they do for us. And we're really excited about the air races. We, on behalf of the society, we want to celebrate the legacy, this start of a legacy.
Well, it's starting new history
This is
here.
history in the making. So the Historical Society is honored to be a little part of it. This is history.
You know what's going to be neat is 20, 25 years from now, someone's going to be coming to the archive facility and wanting pictures of the first championship air races in Roswell, New Mexico. And those pictures are going to be made next week.
You better believe. And you know what I love, Mike? We had a training a couple of days ago with our volunteers. And Mike, she was already announcing some fun things they have planned for next year. I love that. They're already thinking about next year.
Oh, yeah,
She's like, next year we've got this. We're going to make it through this year, but I love what they're doing.
And this is the perspective I'd like to tell a lot of people about, with this first air races next week. And I'm telling you, we're going to get overwhelmed next week. It's going to be a lot going on. But this is what I need to remind everybody. Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's right.
If you think, the Reno air races, they had 60 years of building this thing in Reno before it got to where it's at. We're going to get a jump start. We're certainly going to be a lot bigger than their first one, but it's going to take time for it to get us to that level where they were at before. It's just going to take a few years of learning, doing the thing. And so guess what? Lessons will be learned next week.
Oh, for sure.
But I guarantee it's all going to make it for each year. This thing's going to be a little bigger, a little better, a little bit easier to navigate, a little bit more. And plus, we'll all have an understanding. Because that's another thing, too. 99% of us don't have an understanding of what we're going to see next week.
Oh, that's true.
We don't understand the races, the whole concept of it.
True.
We don't know. We're just like, I know there's going to be a bunch of airplanes and a bunch of people. What happens next?
So true.
And that's kind of what we're going to learn next week. Yeah.
We will.
Yeah.
And we'll be better from it. A couple of other things that, I'm thinking about, Mike, because on the air I always think of so many different things. Scholarships. We're still not done working on scholarships. They have a large class out at New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy. Good for them.
Absolutely.
I don't know if we can see this, but these are some of our amazing scholarship kids from the past group, and we've got scholarship funds coming up to conclude in 2025 for Youth Challenge. Call us for more information. And, of course, somebody called me the other day asking, now, when does scholarship start? If you're a high school senior and or college student, we'll start broadcasting that in January, February.
Yeah,
Follow
usually about
us
first
on
of the year.
social media. And last thing, we're hosting Leadership Roswell tomorrow in the afternoon.
Oh, it's
So
that time of
shout
year.
out
It's
to
the first Leadership Roswell tomorrow,
It's
isn't
the
it?
first class tomorrow.
Christmas is next week. You know that, right?
That's right. We want to congratulate all of the 2025-2026 Leadership Roswell
Yeah, they got a great class
students.
this year.
Great
and,
class. Shout out to Rick Kraft and the amazing team. The Historical Society is honored to be part of the afternoon of the first day. We're going to celebrate history. John LeMay is going to do his history spiel, and then we're going to get a tour going and offer some special refreshments
to our,
and stuff for our
30 classmates tomorrow here.
Yeah, that's
Get ready
really
for day one. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Usually that first one, that you're going to. It's the introduction one. We
That's
all get
right.
to meet each other.
Yeah.
So I know Rick. Rick's going to put you out your comfort zone within an hour of it to get you to meet everybody and everything. And usually that first one is like, you'll learn. You'll usually get city officials and city
That's right.
stuff.
Yes, we
They
did
usually
there.
come
They
to the
do.
Historical Society and do. And a lot of times that's where the city officials will show up too. Usually the mayor
they're
and them
doing
will.
a little bit different. City
a little
officials
different this
will be
year.
a little bit. They're going to be
Okay.
off, but then they're going to head over. And you're exactly right. The
Yeah.
city officials and all that. And then
Yeah.
they'll come right over to the
So
museum.
it'll be a full day for you.
So
to
we want to
trust me.
welcome the class to. I can't reiterate enough how honored the Historical Society is to be part of the first class.
Mhm.
It is history in the making with that, too. And I appreciate, we as an organization appreciate the opportunity.
Well, and I
Be a
will
part
tell
of
you
that.
there is quite a few volunteers or board members or people sprinkled
Behind the
throughout
scenes, you better
at the
believe
Historical
it.
Society and many other organizations that
Yeah.
are sitting where you're going to be sitting tomorrow during the day.
So many different ones. So.
It's really good. Pay attention. I'm telling you, tomorrow you're going to meet 29 other people that you're going to have relationships probably for the rest of your life in some way, shape, or form. That's just what happens.
And last but not least, see, I learned things new. Mike, I appreciate what y'all do, creating a better awareness.
Yeah.
I'm part of Character Council. I was just sitting out here.
Oh, the new Chaves County books,
The brand
yeah.
new Chaves County resource.
That's a
guide.
health council thing, yeah.
Shout out to the Health Council. Character Counts, and of course I serve on that board, was part of the beginning, and now they're thriving and doing so many things. Guys, if we say we don't know when somebody asks us a question, I want to recommend everybody keep a Chaves County resource guide.
We've got several
They have
here.
the answers.
If you
It's
don't know where to pick one
awesome.
up, call 211. They'll tell you exactly where you can grab one.
Shout out
Yeah.
to the amazing Health Council. See, we do so much around here, and we think we know. We have no idea what's going on. And thank you for allowing us to.
This is almost a full circle moment, those things, because you and I grew up in the world of you go reference a phone book when you want information
that's
and
so
things
true.
like that.
Yes.
And because of the phones and internet, we don't do that anymore. And now it's almost like it's a new concept again. It's like, what if you had this handy book in your drawer by your house that had all these numbers and everything? What a great concept. Yeah, it's called the phone book. We've had it for 50 years. But you know what I mean?
But this is
It's
a
almost like
perfect
new as
size.
old or old
I'm
as new
gonna
again.
straight up, I'm going to put this in my car. You
Yeah,
know, in the glove
absolutely.
box. This is perfect resource.
Well, and that's
See,
great.
we're
Like
so
say,
better together.
especially
So
that's a
much.
great idea because you know how many times you're
Yes.
say at an event or something and there's someone that needs help and like, hey, what's this?
Exactly.
Like, I don't know, but hold on, I got my
Yes.
book here. Here's a number. Call this number.
Yes.
Yeah.
So something I want to recommend, a shout out to Kiwanis. I had the privilege of speaking at their meeting this week, and we're mentioning this. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you receive a Historical Society brochure, don't you dare throw it away.
Nope.
And don't you dare return it. Put it in your glove box.
Yep.
And I guarantee you when you're at the mall or at Sam's, somebody in town's going to say, what do we do?
I think-
Where to do?
I think every board member's got a stack in a
Please,
glove box or that
please.
middle section of your car
Yes,
somewhere.
or
yeah.
else legendary locals. So keep those brochures,
Yeah.
put them in the glove box. When you're walking out to the car from a restaurant and somebody says, hey, where do I go?
Yep.
Give it to them. That's
Absolutely.
a great way. But this is a great thing. So shout out to Health Council.
Yeah, there's a lot of good resources in that book.
And you know me, I love sports. Shout out to all these amazing athletes doing their
Yeah.
thing.
Go local teams
From,
this weekend.
From private schools to everything.
Yep.
This is guys. If I can't tell you how many times, Mike, we've been told, what are you doing at this game? Guys, if y'all haven't been to a game and you don't have family, go to games, support, and see what's going on. We've got great kids doing great things around here.
I know
All schools.
I know all the time we get like if you have even if you don't have a kid in the schools, you can go get passes that will let you get into every single Roswell Independent School District sporting event.
Absolutely.
You can do individual schools. So if you do have a kid that goes to one of the schools, you can get a pass just for those events. Or
you can get an all-season pass for all schools.
Or sometimes I get it. You have multiple kids. One's in high school, one's in middle school. You get the pass, and you can see all their games. No matter what it is.
So you can contact the Roswell Independent School District. You're exactly right. And we just love celebrating the youth and the great things that are happening. We have a great community. So
Absolutely.
Show up, support these kids, amazing schools.
Absolutely. RoswellNMHistory.org is the website for the Historical Society. Anything we just pretty much talked about, if you want information about any of Museum Day, any of that stuff, you'll find it there.
Schedule a tour.
Schedule a tour. Shopping, if you want to get books from our local authors, from Donna, from John, from Elvis, from various other authors. Authors.
We can make an offer for the authors. I'm just kidding.
You can find those at the website. Our Peter Hurd prints, thanks to the Hurd White family, they've donated prints that they allow us to sell to support the cause.
Our brochures are online, videos online. Phone number 622-8333. Archives number 622-1176. Email historydirector@outlook.com.
Absolutely. And, of course, always looking for volunteers if you ever want to be a docent or if you just want to work in the archives, help John out digging through dusty records and all that good stuff, or if you, other service as well. Maybe you like landscaping. Maybe you like gardening. There's always people saying, hey, can I go and do some planting out there? So I know we have the garden clubs to help out.
Oh, for sure.
But if you want to do something.
Garden club's going to start up next month in September if you want to be part of that. Absolutely. And this is a teaser, Mike. We've got couple of really, really exciting, cool exhibits coming up.
Good deal.
So I'm just going to say if you're a sports advocate or if you just like history in the making of Mind That Bird, we've got some fun things coming up. So we're really excited about some fun new exhibits coming out.
Well, I know.
And more.
Whatever part of that exhibit, we're going to have a peppermint. Because that's his official favorite candy.
Mike, can't you see it? Oh, see, I don't know if Elaine's listening.
Yeah.
Mike, you're right. So, see, Mike is a designer without intentionally being a designer. You're so right. We're going to have a big old jar of peppermints. That's a great idea, and I'll take it.
That's the official candy of that horse.
That's a good idea. That's cool.
Put it this way. You go to Sonic and you get the little ones in the bag, the horse gets them all. All right?
Save them and we'll put them in there. Yeah, if you throw your peppermints out, save them.
Yeah.
We'll put them. Oh, that's so
Same for the horse.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Good idea.
Although he's won a Kentucky Derby, he can afford his own peppermints now.
That's true. But we like it.
But it is cool.
Like
It's one of the coolest little tidbits about that.
That's so true.
So, but again, RoswellNMHistory.org, historydirector@outlook.com. Please reach out if you have any questions about anything. Sure. And like I said, if you want to set up like tours, if you got family in town outside of air race and stuff and want to set up a time, just call us. We do them all the time on Saturday mornings, Friday mornings, Tuesday, whenever.
We just got a new shipment of books. The really cool brand new books from Donna and John.
Okay.
So we got
John's always got a new book out, but there's another new one out.
We got a lot of books. So 622-8333 for your copy.
Yeah.
So to call for more information on that.
You know,
Thank you guys.
Halloween is like right after all this. Donna and John both have books that might
fill up those trade bags. Yes, they're perfect.
So. Good deal. As always, Amy, thank you. Appreciate it. I know you got 75 other fires to stomp out now.
That's good.
So, and we'll see you here next time.
Thank you very much.
All
Happy
right.
day.
Stay actually cool today. It's supposed to be a little warmer today.
Like the weather.
But tomorrow, stay dry and warm. Thanks, Amy. All right, it is 9:52. Let us pause for news, Hannity update, Cowboys report as they take on the Eagles tonight, and a quick break before they kick off the radio. Don't go away.
With your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. A traveling Smithsonian exhibit is coming to the Artesia Historical Museum next week. The exhibit is called Black Wings. It highlights the contributions of African Americans in aviation history. The exhibit will be on display beginning September 10th and will be up for the rest of this year. The Artesia Historical Museum is free admission. It's open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Give them a visit at 505 West Richardson. And Roswell police are investigating an armed robbery that took place at the Farmers Country Market, 2800 North Main Street. The incident Monday night when a white van pulled up outside the entrance to the store. RPD says 2 men got out of the van wearing masks. At least one of them pulled a gun. Both men took cash drawers from the registers. The white van was later found abandoned at West Country Club Road and North Washington Avenue. Turns out it had been stolen from a local church in Roswell. If you know anything, please call Roswell Police at 575-624-6770. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
The mentality of defund, dismantle, no bail laws, reimagine the police, send in the social workers has not worked. And yet they continue to double down on dumb, dumber, and stupid. You know, Brandon Johnson signing executive order to counter Trump's immigration crackdown. Oh, okay. We know among the unvetted Harris Biden Mayorkas illegals are known terrorists, murderers, rapists, gang leaders, cartel members, gang leaders, drug dealers. Well, why would we crack down on that? Why would we enforce the laws of our country? And then said no federal troops in the city of Chicago. We're going to defend our democracy. The people are dying in your city.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
When was the last time you bragged about your wireless company? Like, did you know my wireless company gave away 1,000 American flags to deserving veterans and forgave $10 million in veterans' debt? Did you know that my wireless company raised almost $500,000 to prevent vet suicide? In other words, when your wireless company is Pure Talk, there's a whole lot to brag about. You can even brag about the coverage you get with Pure Talk. They use the same 5G network, the same cell towers as all the big carriers. And guess what? The average family saves over $1,000 a year. You can get unlimited talk and text, plenty of data, $25 a month. That's saving everybody a fortune. Make the switch. It's simple, fast, easy. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. Do it now. You save an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250, keyword save now from our friends at Pure Talk.
Happy game day with your Cowboys Report. I'm Christy Scales in downtown Philadelphia, where Coach Schottenheimer shares a preview of his message to the team ahead of tonight's big Cowboys-Eagles clash right after this.
Cowboys Nation is big because everything's bigger in Texas. And Reliant has the energy to power it all. From home field advantage to home sweet home, Reliant has Dallas Cowboys fans all across the Lone Star State covered for every electric moment this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
Becky Hammond on Inspiration.
I hope it's an inspiration to girls out there, being the first woman to coach an NBA team. But I've always been more inspired by the future, not by what I've done, but by what's coming next.
What do you want to do next? Whether it's buying a home, growing your wealth, or protecting your assets, SWBC is here to support your next steps toward financial success with personalized service and expert advice.
Visit SWBC.com to take the next step toward your financial future.
The Brian Schottenheimer era of Cowboys football begins tonight in Philly as the Eagles hang their Super Bowl banner just before kickoff. So what will the new Cowboys head coach message be to his team?
Every game we play is just another championship opportunity. We get a chance to go out there against the Eagles. You don't get extra credit for beating the Eagles in Philly on primetime than you do for beating the Giants at noon in AT&T Stadium. So what I don't want these guys to do is go in there and try so hard. Oh, we're playing the Eagles. I'm going to do so hard. They're going to make mistakes if they do that. Play free. It's football. Fly around. Just run to the football. Celebrate. Have fun. We're guaranteed 17 of these. This is the first one of that. That's kind of going to be my message.
Kickoff tonight is 7:20 Central, right here on your radio home for the boys. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, mid to upper 90s, and we should get sunshine, maybe a few clouds rolling in later on. It'll be cloudy overnight ahead of an incoming cold front. We'll drop to about 70 on the low, and then it will be a little cooler on Friday. We have a slight chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Afternoon high in the low 80s. Mix of sun and clouds and a few showers on Saturday and Sunday, highs around 80. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. The Trump administration is taking the fight over tariffs to the Supreme Court. It has formally asked the justices to rule quickly that the president has the power to impose sweeping import taxes under federal law. Newsmax has filed an antitrust suit against Fox News. It says Fox has sought to maintain its market dominance through intimidation and exclusionary business practices designed to stifle competition. It's an issue that is uniting the left and the right. Republican and Democrat lawmakers who agree on little else are rallying support for a bill that would prohibit members of Congress and their families from owning and trading stocks. Shares of American Eagle Outfitters jumped 26% after the teen fashion retailer reported more than double second quarter profit that Wall Street was expecting. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
Your home for Armed American Radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.